Hello, hello. Welcome, everyone. What are we on now? Novice Drivers number 98? Hey. How's it going? I'm joined by a new guest today. You want to introduce yourself?
Hey, it's me, Shang Badang. You might have heard of me already. So this is my first tournament I'm commentating so far. And Marisa was so kind and invite me. So let's see how that goes.
Good to have you on vibe with me. I need to quickly find out where one of the players' roles are, because sometimes players join the bracket and they don't give themselves their roles properly, so I can't ping them in the relevant channel. Let me find them in general. Oh, they literally just joined at 6:04. Damn, that'll be why. There we go. Right, let's get you your rolls.
I think the bracket so far, a lot of people joining today.
It's a big one.
Actually excited.
Should be good. Alright, let's get the names updated. I always, as you might know, Shang, I always have like a meme name up before I put the proper names in, before the bracket starts. Little placeholder. I think it was last week we had the Fuzzler and Mappa Crunchy.
The Fuzzler. The good old Fuzzler. I have seen a Twitter post where someone was talking about the Fuzzy God.
Oh,
So the Fuzzler might have to face them at one point.
the fuzzy male, and is it rarer than the alpha male?
Someone in the chat was asking for the room ID.
Ooh, right. That's in the Twitch chat, is it? The room ID is 303138. I'll post it in the chat for you as well. It is pinned, but understandably, people don't always see the pins immediately.
Yeah. That's a classic. Sometimes I'm also not finding the room code, so I have to ask the viewers as well.
I always take a moment to get everything prepped right as well. Like, bracket, we don't have that pinned yet. Putting me on stream knowing Shang is commentated. I don't know what you're on about, Mox. You know, the stream games are all like randomly decided.
It's fine, Mox. You will cook. Don't worry.
I definitely would never pin a match of interest relevant to one of my fellow commentators. I would never do that. And hey, we stick to the format as well, where round one, if we can, we feature somebody we've not seen before. I don't think I've seen either of these two players play, so we got a complete mystery first game. Looks like the players are both at the station. They are ready. First to free, indeed, indeed.
Alright, first game happening. Testament versus Chip. I'm not sure if I've ever seen that matchup.
Yeah, no, this is not the most common one. Although I feel like Chip's been getting more common recently, now that he's got that new rope to play around with.
Chip got really interesting now. I must say, I've seen Scarf cook a lot up with that character. Like, there's probably more to come. Okay. The reset did not work here.
Nice IPs coming out there. I count 3 of those there.
Oh, that was a really good anti. Nice. I think that should be the round, yeah.
Yeah, my bad. I did not see you pin the bracket. I am obliged to get at least something wrong every stream. Like, it is kind of in the contract. If I get everything right, am I really doing my job correctly? I'm kind of defeating tradition.
So far, Hitchcock is really good at calling out those Wrecker resets.
And each of those challenges does pay off quite a bit in damage. Chip ain't got life to mess around with.
That was clean. That 6p into that conversion, not bad.
Well, that reminds me, I'm gonna grab a quick drink. I'll be back in like just 20
Yeah, sure. Chip Bros. Let's see if Rabicus can sort that out. Okay, good round start. The classic TV. Okay, yeah, Hitchcock is trying to call out those resets after the wrecker. Maybe Shrabicus wants to bait them out more.
Alright, I
Let's see
return.
if he adapts.
Looks like Trap's got a little momentum shift here.
Yeah, so far the round was going pretty smooth. but Hitchcock is definitely not sleeping here.
One more good hit could end it.
Oh, that was crazy. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. Damn, Stain Pop with Arbiter Sign does a pretty chunk against Chip, not gonna lie.
Yeah, bro cannot survive that. Getting offense started again though. Big opening.
Oh, that was Jesus.
Seppo does have burst available. Ooh, little burst bait, but not quite committed. Seppo
Yeah, I think everyone can relate to that.
Yeah, that's the kind of burst bait I'd do as well. I would have been like, got your burst. Oh, you didn't burst. Oh, you bursted. Oh,
Yeah.
Alright, you get out. Big old normal. Clutching it out. Trab's at least going to be happy about getting Seppo's burst, but they also lost burst themselves. Nobody's got any to mess around with for a little bit. Blocking the overhead. Nicely done.
Nice jump out. Oh. Okay, we got some Chip shenanigans going on.
It's actually been kind of interesting for me watching Chip this season, because I used to find Chip genuinely like not the most fun to watch.
Yeah,
But-
exactly. I know what you mean.
I feel like the character expression has really improved this match for him. He's much more fun to watch, and you see a lot of different takes on him.
What would be your take?
What if I played him? Oh god,
Yeah.
how would I play Chip? Because I normally play characters with at least mid-range, and Chip is like quite close range. I'd probably just play like a bit of a bandit, I think. Have you seen my Baiken before, Shang?
I have actually not seen your Baiken in a practical match. I just saw you lap her, but I have never seen you play her.
Oh. My Baiken is very scuffed. It doesn't do Oki, it just has random conversions. And very tower neutral, let's say. I feel like I'd be a tower Chip in that sense. I don't think I'd like to think I was the reserved with punish Chip, but I don't think I would be. But you give me that speed and all that air movement, yeah, I'm gonna mess about.
I mean, I'm always kind of jealous at how good Chip is at with punching. I kind of wish I could freely with punish as that as well, but I'm just not made for like rush down character. Like I'm literally too slow with my inputs to play a character like that.
Yeah. At least I think they did improve it a little bit for you this patch though, since Baiken, did have a quick fast slash. It didn't lead into almost anything as a whiff punish, but now it kinda can. As long as it's not absolute
Baiken
kipper.
can definitely whiff punch this patch. Definitely.
More acceleration and that fast slash, it's like, it's doable. It's real.
That's true. Funnily enough, you're usually not even whiff punishing with the fast slash, more so with the 5H.
Ah.
The 5H is really good at catching buttons.
And that new like mid-screen bounce.
Yeah, exactly. Like you get pretty decent conversions of it.
Nice backdash. You might have to fight Testament at this rate. Are you not looking forward to 4D? Testament not one of your favorites. Actually, we have quite a lot of Testaments today, because we normally just have Argalia, but Lucario and Seppo have both entered.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited to see more Testament, honestly. I think the character is cool, and like Stain Pop on throw should have been a thing a long time ago.
Oh,
But
yeah.
Trebicus is taking the first set of today.
Or
3-0,
Seppo even.
pretty nice.
Seppo. Good first showing by Trebicus though. The famous adage. It was 3-0, but it was close. It was a close 3-0. And that will lead us to our next match, which will indeed feature Baiken, unless Mox just feels like trolling you. I don't know. She could opt to do that.
Nah, we are playing Baiken.
It looks like Mox is already here. What about Split Second? Who is Split Second? Yet another name I'm not too familiar with, but I always like to see new names. What you got? Who you play?
And let's see how other biking players play her this patch. Like I think she got a bit more. She was already very
I think she was
player
already
expressive
very
character.
expressive.
Yeah, she was very expressive beforehand, but now you actually have even more options. Like me, for example, I'm abusing the shit out of that cross-up Yosansen.
Oh yeah.
I think the vacuum is. I didn't know I wanted that, but the moment I started labbing it, I thought, man, they really knew what I wanted. I didn't even know it myself. Shang, you have no idea. I mean, I don't blame you if you love that special as well. Like, cross-up Yosansen right now is cracked.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I was a bit distracted there. Just fixing another thing. Some of the players not got their roles. There we go.
Baiken versus Erba, it looks like, though. Very interesting matchup. I think it's not that easy to play as Baiken. Like you need to have a very set game plan to fight that character, and you have to commit to it. Like it's a very committal matchup for Baiken. But if you are brave enough to press at the right situations, you will be rewarded pretty good. So I'm kind of excited how that goes. Baiken is also pretty nice at contesting Erba's buttons in her mode.
Yeah, it's kind of, funnily enough, Baiken kind of has to play it similarly to Sin, right? You got to be a little bit defensive, use those big normals.
Yeah, exactly.
But once you control the space, it's pretty good.
Like HCAP is doing a pretty good job at keeping Erba out of her favorite space, and the RPS after SCAP is also pretty good for Baiken. Her backdash, like Erba's backdash, is not good versus Baiken's 5P because she has a pretty slow and recovery heavy backdash.
Alright, hopefully the connection's not too bad. Allegedly it might be 150 ping. 150 is like tournament legal, but let's hope it's all stable. Everyone using their cables.
Very important. No Wi-Fi.
No Wi-Fi allowed. Who was it who ran a Wi-Fi tournament? Was it Wanted Frankie? I remember someone
I don't know. I was once a Wi-Fi warrior as well, but that days are long gone.
Oh man, Shang on Wi-Fi? Oh boy. Actually, wait, who would be the most annoying Baiken on Wi-Fi? Funnily enough, it would have to be playstyle wise. You don't play in an incredibly annoying way, Shang.
It's hard to say. Like, I think it would be pretty annoying dealing with my cross-up shenanigans.
Yeah.
On
Oh
Wi-Fi,
yeah, it'd still be annoying. But I'm just thinking of like, what is the most frustrating playstyle? Where you just go, what the fuck is this person doing? You know? I forget who it is.
It's hard to say. I think Tatami would be very hard to deal with on Wi-Fi.
Actually, yeah, she would be annoying on lag. And there's that cross-up Yosansen you were talking about. Vacuum. Turtle in the morning, both of us on Wi-Fi. It was horrible.
I think we have to update the layout.
Ah, yeah. It wouldn't be the first time I forget. Let me get that.
But beautiful pressure of Mox so far. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Like, she's pretty good at contesting her mode.
Yeah, Monks is contesting successfully. Getting a pretty decisive first game.
Let's see if Split can keep up with that. Alba definitely has the tools to play this matchup. I think last patch it was slightly Alba favored. I cannot really say how it's now. I must be honest. Like, there are a couple of Albas that are giving me insanely trouble still. But at the other hand, it feels easier to play, so I cannot really say how the matchup is.
Yeah, no, I get you.
Going right now.
Because, like, in theory, people might look at it and go, oh, but didn't Python just get a bunch of buffs? It's like, yeah, but some of these aren't the easiest to use. That new guard cancel parry, for example.
Yeah,
really
exactly.
strong, but hard to use properly. And that affects how people actually approach it. They're like, oh, you know, this is just good. And it's like, well, probably, but we're not entirely sure yet.
I think it's also pretty hard to evaluate Abba in like a matchup sense because she's a pretty volatile character. So a lot of rounds, she's just like bullying you, and you can't really tell if it was a matchup thing or if it's just Abba when she gets going. Like when Abba gets going, like I think the matchup doesn't really matter.
Yeah, she can make a matchup irrelevant when she's doing her thing. It's the matchup mostly comes into play when she's in normal mode, and it's like,
yeah, exactly.
Can she do much? Against some characters, no.
So I definitely need some more games against Abba this patch, definitely to evaluate that. But Split did a good job getting that one round against Mox. But Mox is definitely not sleeping on that.
No,
with some big damage.
Mox is generally one of the top contenders in intermediates as well. She's regularly in the top 8s.
Yeah, I've seen them. I've seen them 12 times. Clean round for Mox here.
Very nice. Also, if I'm slightly quieter this round, it's because I've had a lasagna delivered to me.
Oh, okay. I haven't had lasagna for a long time. I actually want to eat this lasagna as well, man.
I prefer spaghetti bolognese, but I do like these like pasta, tomato dishes. They're always good.
Yeah, they're always good. That's true. Like, you can never go wrong with them. Yeah, Mox is very, very dominant so far. Okay, nice.
That's actually a move that always hits me, because I always think, oh, I'm about to get crossed up, and then I get hit by the JH, so damn it!
Yeah, I'm a big fan of like the walk up, cross up, or same side. I think that one is harder to react to on which side it's going to end up. You cannot, I think you cannot really tell on that one.
Oh, do you use walk? I remember some Vikings used like a P-frame kill, didn't they?
The pre-frame kill, I actually did that for a long time. And I think I introduced it even in EMEA. I'm not entirely sure, but in EMEA I was for a long time the only Viking that did that dash P-frame kill. But I think it's a bit inconsistent.
Yeah.
Against certain hurt boxes. So the walk one that LK does, I think that one is way better.
And then I think
like I've took that and that shit is just insane. Like people are getting opened up by that.
It's funny how everyone's different take is on it too, because I think I remember Jojo using 5k often as a frame kill, especially if you wanted it to cross up since it's slightly advancing.
I know what you mean. The issue with the 5k is it only works in certain ranges, and you have to know these ranges. And you also there's a hidden mechanic on HCAP. It's called the headshot HCAP follow-up.
Yo.
So you have to actually look out for where the character is in the air right now before you do the follow-up to get the right distance for the 5k cross-up or same side.
That's really funny.
Yeah, and I don't like doing it because, I'm gonna be honest, I'm lazy. I don't want to look at that all the time. I don't want to look out for that all the time. And like messing it up is like, doesn't feel good. The walk-up has been treating me very well so far. But there are also a lot of Vikings that do these FTC cross-ups or things like Tatami is loving them.
Loves them. I think Turtle was quite a representative of them too. Unless Turtle stopped.
Was? He stopped doing it because he didn't like to mess it up.
Ah, fair. It is.
It is not easy.
This is why I don't do Sin's safe jump, Shang. I don't like FDC. And he has to use FDC to get safe jump.
Yeah, Sin has some tight safe jump setups as well. Like when I was learning him, his safe jumps are not that easy to do as well.
I remember he even had one really niche JK crosser he could do with FDC, but that one in particular was very spacing dependent and very difficult.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about, yeah.
I think I've only seen Pata use it, and even Pata doesn't really like to use it.
That is around for Mox, not for Mox, for a split.
For a split second, you thought Mox had won. However, it won't come that easily. Split second is putting up a real good fight.
Having one on the board can be the difference between winning and losing the set. Like, keeping the momentum from that one win. Ebba is pretty good at that. Also pretty scary. Like, I've been in that situation. Like, you being on 2-0 against your opponent, and they play a character like Ebba or a character that is very, very good at snowballing. It's intimidating.
And you know, this actually gives me vibes of rooting for a friend here, because Mox uses the same color as Tatami. Tatami will often go up two rounds. I'm like, no, please don't run out of steam. Don't start playing too defensive. Win. Just win.
Yeah, I think when you have the lead, just go ham.
Yeah.
Just go and play the game. Your opponent has to be the one being on that hose.
And I think for Baiken especially, more than most characters, like, you just gotta. This character is maybe the most terrifying, even when she's at her worst. Running into her in bracket is scary.
Definitely. Like, I'm terrified playing the mirror as well in bracket.
Yeah, and you normally do really well in the mirror.
Yeah. Like, I think I don't know when the last time was that I lost the mirror in the bracket, but I'm still insanely terrified playing the mirror. I always give every Baiken player the slack. And I'm like, okay, I have to be very careful, because like the mirror is very scary to play.
And if you keep winning it, heavy is the crown. Oh, the turtle charged us setup. I learned that one. I love the side swap charged us. You have to.
Great delayed Yosanzu there. That was very, very good awareness.
Overhead. Call out there. Forces to burst out. Mox would like to close things out there.
That's a dangerous situation.
Split second is picking excellent options to counteract this. Keep for the key. Oh, that's a lot of jealous rage. 50 meter Baiken though.
50 meter gone.
Still half of the jealous rage bar. Keep for the key, gonna hold down the neutral for a bit.
Okay. That is dangerous. That was what I'm talking about. That character is so snowbally.
And that's almost full again.
That's almost full again. You have to deal with it even more. Oh, nice. And we got back to the plus frames, but Burst is about to come up. You might.
Was that a 2p from Mox instead of a 5p?
I didn't.
I swear I saw a 2p.
Attention
and I was like, no. If I was right, the 5p would win, but 2p. Oh, not again! Not again! No way.
The turtle setup.
Hey, Raging Under. How's it going?
Hello, Emperor. Oh, great throw there. This looks pretty good for us.
Be able to close out here. However,
okay, pretty hard for Abba to deal with the burst though in that situation. Oh, never mind. We got in there.
Full bar, 100 meter Baiken. 100 meter. What's the play? Bang bang. Backdash. Well, this is like the HC copy pasta.
Nice.
Backdash, gun.
Split is aware. Split is aware of the matchup though.
Oh yeah.
Like that was a great dash into the H cap.
That is adaptation right there. Just when I thought there's no way Split can come back from this, and they do. Bringing us to the 2-2. Shang, did you know Dex said I am spiritually a Baiken player?
You're spiritually in everything player, bro. Like, what character are you not playing?
I have a tier list for this of characters I wouldn't really want to play. Who would actually be my character I want to least play? Also, Scatter, homie, thank you for the raid. I hope the stream went well. Let me get you that
Good
shout out.
Scatter, welcome in.
We got... Oh, mods are already on it. Damn, you're too fast for me today, buddy. Thank you, mods. Mod singular.
Great pressure so far from Mox. Unfortunate with the drop.
I wouldn't want to play Milia, Shang. There you go. Milia would be the least suitable character for me.
Really?
She's really squishy, does almost no damage, and she's Oki heavy. I don't really like constantly doing set play. I don't really like having no health at all, and I don't really like not doing damage. I don't need loads of health, but not that little. I need like at least like ramp health at minimum.
Yeah, Milia is just getting tapped.
I couldn't play
Like-
Milia.
I think I would be a very bad Milia player as well.
I'm very vibes-based as well. All of my pressure and stuff that I usually make, I make it up myself or I just steal it off someone else. I don't really study in that sense. So Milia would just be a really bad pick for me. Because I'd need to learn so many setups. I'm like, I'm not doing that.
That's kind of the same with Baiken though. That's kind of the same with Baiken.
This is why I'm not a Baiken main. Because I like doing the combos, I don't like doing the setups.
Yeah, the setups are very, very... Like, you have to nearly know them all.
I really like her archetype though, how she like starts off as a very approachable and easy character, but as soon as you want to go further with her, she's very advanced.
You have to learn her.
Hard.
You
You have
actually
to
have to really learn her.
She's a hard character, but she's approachably easy to begin with, which is a really good way to get people to try the character.
That's true, that's true. That is dangerous, like, Mox does not have any burst here. We have a full jealousy bar. And a wall break with Mita. That should be the game, unfortunately for Mox.
Oh wow. That is what we call adaptation there. The reverse sweep. When I know your game, I know what you want to do. I can bring this back.
That's what I was talking about when Split got the one game on the board. Like, you have to be very, very wary of that when playing Baiken vs Aber. Like, you should not lose your momentum on that in that matchup. Otherwise, you're losing your control over the character.
Also, Hoxton, please don't be too harsh on yourself. Take it easy, rest, come back strong.
It was a good
next
set.
time.
It was a really good set. Like
Oh,
Split,
yeah.
Split was adapting very, very good to how Mox was playing.
It looks to me like
We got another Baiken coming in.
we do.
We do. Okay.
Now, see, before I get accused of everything, technically, I didn't specifically queue up a bike, and Tanya could play Slayer.
Enya could play Slayer. It's also Baiken versus Happy Chaos. Historically, a pretty bad matchup for Baiken. I feel like, though, this patch, she does actually not too bad versus him.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not the main here, but I thought about it on paper at least. And my initial thoughts were like, this must have gotten so much better.
It got,
You got
way, way better.
The dash block is the hugest thing. Like, you have a real dash block now.
The dash, I think the dash block was always an issue. That's true, but I've lapped a lot of situations in neutral against Happy Chaos, and like we were always like 1 inch away from punishing him, getting into steady aim or pressing 2K to call you out, and that 1 inch we get there now. Get a nice countered fast slash against steady aim or whiff punish the 2K. it does a lot of difference in that matchup. And clone being worse, cross up your Zanzu, you are not safe, bro.
What are we doing here? What's going on? Button check?
I think that looks like a button check, yeah.
Button checking and online?
Or are we... Yeah, they have to play it through if they button check.
Is this actually a button check? What?
I cannot tell as well.
Doing?
I think it is a button check.
Or is this like some sort of like secret handshake? You both rounds started taunt and then did gold burst? Like, I'm confused. Can one of you please tell me in chat what that was about? It was on purpose? It was planned? If it's planned, that's funny. If it wasn't planned, that's also funny. That's a big counter hit. 6k.
Okay, we're also doing the walk up. Like, a lot of people are doing the walk ups right now.
In my favorite to watch tier list, this character is still #1 for me.
Titan?
Yeah. Titan is still my favorite character to watch.
I also saw Tanya doing my new combo this patch. Great to see that. Just with a bit of variety twinkled in there because of the player expression.
Oh yeah. No one Baiken looks the same. I mean, the closest would probably just be stereotypical tower Baiken #12 that just like IADJSs all day. But even then, you can see a couple of those who adapt that to a real Tawny playstyle.
That is true.
I think Karama-chan is probably the closest to that. Karama-chan plays like very wild, but makes it work.
I mean, you can definitely play Baiken wild as we see.
Yeah.
You can definitely do run up Volt Burst and maybe it works.
Yeah. Popping off the wall. Ah, the 6p reset. That is a miracle reset right there.
Okay, nice backdash on that grab. We saw that coming. Oh, great bait of that wires. That was really good. Okay, I see the vision there, Tanya. I see the vision.
Bang! Also, yo, Jay, with the raid. Hey. How's it going? I hope you had a good stream. Also, hello, Beansley, if you're there.
But I think we just saw what I was talking about. All those 2Ks in neutral from Happy Chaos. This is a dangerous situation to be in. But we do not quite put with it. Oh, great cross up there. Herod would have said, don't burst bait here. Nice. That was unfortunate. But both players are very, very keen on baiting each other.
EMEA, we're a region of burst baiters. You have to, it's in our blood. Also, if I was a bit quiet that round, I was just finishing my food. I'm good now.
We are good with the food. I'm actually kind of hungry as well, but I'm eating after the tournament.
Hey, feel free to grab a snack if you need one.
Nah, that's fine for now. That's fine for me for now. I got a nice pizza going on later.
Ooh, pizza. Can't go wrong with that.
On Friday? Nah, you never can go wrong with that.
You know, we don't normally have a prize pool, but when we had Season 4's launch event and Dizzy coming out, we had £6 going to anybody who got top 3. That's like a tradition thing. And with that money, Zippy was like, if I win, I'm going to be buying some frozen pizzas. And he did get third, so I was like, go enjoy your pizza, go.
every single time I won some kind of money prize, I was always buying food from it. Like, you have to treat yourself.
You do. I remember Matt RTO at Meltdown was happy when because as soon as I got third, and that's the first time I got like paid by Meltdown, I got the money from him. I was like, let me just tell you, this is going straight back into the bar. This is drinks. That is free drinks for me doing well.
I mean, that's definitely a really good thing if your local is like, well, not local, but your like tournament you're attending monthly is like in a pub.
Yeah, for sure. They serve food there now too. That's an important thing as well. I want to say to people, if anybody doesn't know, when people say support your local, it doesn't always just mean attend. You gotta kind of think like, damn, if nobody buys the stuff the venue is known for, then you're not really gonna end up having those events in the long term. They do need some cash to keep afloat, so you know, buy a couple drinks. You don't even have to buy alcoholic drinks at a bar. You just buy some drinks. Buy someone else a drink. Just support the local and turn up as well. Oh, being sent back to the room. Buggy old Strive.
That is unfortunate. But the round was won, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I was about to say that parry just crashed the game.
Tanya destroying the game.
But yeah, that was a clean round from Tanya. Still a bit burst baity here and there, but we got there.
Yeah, I'm definitely funding the local. I end up buying like 7 or 8 drinks. And now food as well. They serve nice bagels. I gotta go to one of the German offlines if I can this year. Or
you
next year.
should.
Like crossovers.
Like, they are getting bigger. Like crossover had like more attendance than a lot of the majors we had this year.
It did. Same for Meltdown actually. Meltdown had more entrants than what was the name of it? I think both OTB and another major that was on at a similar time. Brussels. Meltdown had more entrants as well than the local.
That S-cap did hurt Fortnite, man. Also going into the throw combo.
The man in trouble.
That was a reasonable burst, but you should have comboed that down, yeah? But that was good.
Now the burst comes out. Last second. No HP, but 50 meter, a dream, and a fully loaded gun. Concentration out though.
It's better out. Over here.
Ooh, that must be another change that I guess the whole cast enjoys, but Viken in particular would really enjoy. The change to scapegoat.
The change to scapegoat, like I was saying, Yosansen, I'm just jumping behind your scapegoat with Yosansen, and you are not safe there.
Not safe. Viken is inevitable, as is Tanya, winning the set.
With a clean 3-1. Nice play, Tanya, against Happy Chaos, of all things.
Oh man, Luna versus Argalia is off stream? Oh no. That's a match I really want to see. But I also do want to see Zippy versus Seppo, which is the next one.
Zippy versus Hitchcock. Hitchcock was the Testament earlier, and Zippy is, as far as I know, a Sin player, right?
Indeed. That is the Sin bro. The frozen pizza eater himself.
How is that matchup, by the way? I could imagine this is a rough matchup for Testament.
Yeah, it's a kind of a funny one because a lot of Sin players end up thinking it's bad early on, and it's like, well, yeah, if you just like run at them, sure. Sin's approaches are linear, but his tools are really good at dealing with Testaments. And you just out-risk reward the hell out of them.
I think it's a similar story to Biken players, because in my opinion, like, Testament Biken is slightly Biken favored, but it starts out very hard to play. Like, you need to know how to play. Your instant air dash JS won't cut it against that 6P.
Yeah.
And I think it could be a similar story to Sin, like the equivalent to Sin players from that instant air dash JS for Sin players is Elk Hunt. And I think the Elk Hunt is probably not that good against Testament because of Grave Reaper, right?
It isn't on layer 1, but it becomes good once you start conditioning the Testament to expect other things. And
Yeah,
then it can
that
make
makes
its
sense.
appearance. The trouble a lot of Sins have is you have to be willing to be lame at first in this matchup. You gotta sit there a little bit, outrange the character. Heck, look for those Grave Reaper startups. They're not disjointed at the startup, and you can contest that with Beak Driver, and then force your way in using
That's
Beak.
true, yeah.
It's just a bit unorthodox. Most Sins want to just send it out or full-on run up. And then we see it from Zippy. You can just step back slightly, send out that fast slash. Now look, 50%.
50% and a wall break. We are in positive now.
And you can afford to be a little bit wrong on many of your options. If Stain isn't applied and you're not in the corner, what's it matter if you get hit by a Grave Reaper here, there?
I also think I have seen a couple of Sim players not liking the new changes, but I think he got more interesting. Like, you are exchanging your stamina for meter, essentially, if you wall break. And getting more pressure off your meter then, instead of the stamina that just depleted off your combo, if you understand what I mean.
Oh yeah, for sure. There's definitely decisions to be made in like, how you're gonna spend or not spend things. Because it is a real cost now, compared to before where it's
exactly.
like, it was a cost, but it wasn't that bad. Tanya's your favorite Sim player? Yeah, I was on the names, I was on it. Don't worry, chat. I was eating ice cream, forgive me.
That also converts.
I mean, oh man. Sin, like everything just converts now.
Yeah, that is, which is crazy.
Any Gold Lewis players this week? I don't think so, unless one of the new entrants I don't recognize plays Gold Lewis. Nah, like Tanya, not Tanya, Jazz, no one's playing Gold Lewis outside of either people who are new or people who are like 2200 rated or something. Like, why are there no middle ground Gold Lewis players? Have you noticed this, Shang?
I have noticed this. Gold Lewis players tend to be, even though I hate your character, guys, Gold Lewis players tend to be really good at the game. Even though I really despise the character. But there are a lot of notable Gold Lewis players who are pretty good.
Yeah, we can always do respect and hate at the same time. That's absolutely valid.
Nice one, Sheng. I actually mean it, Hunter. I actually mean it. Like, I have played against a fair share of the really good Gold Lewis players, and they know what they do. They actually know what they do. They just happen to play a very strong character. That annoys me.
You're 1840 right now? I mean, legally speaking, you could enter this bracket. Also, the plus or minus is something that people need to remember to read in the rules too. There is a separate rule about that, where if a player has like a really, really notable deviation, they can still enter. Yours is plus or minus 2. Plus or minus 2, 1840. That is intermediates territory. Seppo bought that one back, by the way. Speaking of the game.
That was actually a clean comeback, yeah. I saw that, and that was also not a very, very... that game was pretty close at the end. Like, everyone could have gotten that. But I think Zippy might be able to adapt here.
Voltan, aren't you already a graduate of this bracket? From before my time. I'm pretty sure you're a graduate. Yeah, you are. Funny enough, graduates aren't allowed to play secondaries, but people who are too high ranked but haven't graduated can play a secondary that is lower rank. I didn't make that rule, but that's the original rule. And I'll enforce it.
Hey, Mineral. Yeah, it's me.
Hey Mineral, it's been a bit. How's it going?
Yeah, Hitchcock is pretty good in control of the pace so far. I think this might be the thing you were talking about. Like, it starts off pretty hard to play for some.
Yeah, you definitely gotta know how to make it work. Looks like Seppo knows a thing or two about fighting Sin. You're lurking when I at least expect you to. I'll just look at my like Twitch revenue report and it will say, oh, there's some Twitch Turbo viewership here, and I'll be like, yeah, that was probably Mineral. Mineral
block on
is
that
the
over,
Twitch
yeah?
Turbo guy.
Mineral is the Twitch Turbo guy. I was always wondering who of my viewers has Twitch Turbo.
Or Envy. Oh, true, Envy does have Turbo as well.
Great conversion from Zippy, yeah?
They're keeping it nice and even. Speaking of Intermediates 100, I still haven't decided if I want to do a wanted thing for that or just give another prize pool. I don't know.
That would be fun though. Like a wanted for that?
Yeah, I know it's been done before. I'll have to ask Neve how to like run a wanted, because I've never done that. You really like how Seppo plays? Yeah, Seppo is showing us some good stuff. What? Sin!
Oh,
Take your eye patch off, man! Hit the right way!
Oh, that kind of reminded me when I watched your meltdown. I was screaming at my screen, Marisa, for all these drops at your set versus Belmont. Yeah.
Oh my god, bro! That is a record level of drops for me. See, this is what happens when you don't lab your character. You haven't played your character since last patch, and then you decide to bring him out in bracket. And I'm like, wait,
I can definitely relate. I can definitely relate. Oh, that is what the battery sign is memeing. I never noticed.
Yeah. Yeah. See, the thing is, I actually did use Elfelt in round 1, and then I bought out Sin against a friend who's not going to be able to come to local for like half a year, just because we had like an infamous matchup with each other. So I was like, all right, Sin comes out for you. And then I ran into Snake, and I was like, well, I kind of want to beat him at some point in bracket.
Yeah.
And even though I'm not up to date with Sin, I was like, so long as I like block the stuff he wants to do, it should be fine.
Yeah. I mean, you got it despite the drops.
Oh, the drops!
Like the drops made it insanely gap. Not gonna lie.
It was good. It was good.
Great awareness on that. And not quite 6p there on Wake Up.
Drops are for viewer engagement. So true.
So just run in, okay. Oh, great overhead there. That was nasty. I wouldn't have blocked that. I like Hitchcock's teleports so far. They look fun.
Yeah, they've definitely been working out massively too. Oh,
yeah.
No way.
Also those 2Ks.
I thought Zippy would beat that 2K with the hoof stomp.
I think recently someone even told me that Sin hoof stomp loses to Testament 2K. And now we saw that.
Yeah. I think I'd heard that too, and I was like, I don't know, sometimes we can win it, but yeah, clearly we can lose it too. It's kind of odd what it does and doesn't low crush.
Yeah.
You know, if you're close enough, Hoof Stomp can lose
that.
to Slayer 2H because he has a hitbox in his torso. Testament 2K is one hell of a button.
Testament is kinda Axel pills when it comes to that 2K.
True. It might not be a 5-framer, but in terms of, funny enough, now someone will probably flame me for this, but in terms of actually successfully low profiling and it being great at that, Testaments is slightly better overall.
Oh, I have
ignoring the frame data, just like in terms of it beating things and going under projectiles easier, it's a little bit better. Axel's is probably still an overall stronger button though, just because it's a 5-framer.
Yeah, probably. The only thing I know about Testament 2K is that it's a war crime. But they kind of need this war crime.
They kind of do. Axel indeed mentioned. We do not get many Axels in intermediates. The last time we saw... wait, no, it wasn't me actually, I don't think. But I was an Axel in intermediates before becoming the TO. Mostly Sin though.
Hitchcock is giving a very good performance so far. Like, I like the way they play Testament.
Oh yeah, it's a good showing.
Very good backdash there as well. But Zippy does not want to lose yet.
Safe jumped, that'll be big.
That's quite not enough.
Oh, shimmies and gets the gold burst, but Zippy claps back and says, nah, you are not getting that burst back or the game. Get out of here.
Yeah, that gold burst was very, very risky because now you have to play the last round without your burst.
Nice pickup. Gets eat. If Zippy had got ice cream there, he could have supered. That would have been peak. That would have been a rare instance of item of eat being good.
What does ice cream do? Does it,
gives you
does it give you a cup? Tension.
Yeah. We all just want ice cream. Zippy would like to close out now and calls out the shimmy. Adaptation, baby.
We were definitely anticipating this backdash. That looked very, very intended.
Is Judges on tournament? Is Judge a player or Judges as in the commentators? What do you mean by Judges? We could imagine if we were judges instead of commentators, and then at the end.
I think they might be asking for a TO.
Oh right, yeah, perhaps. Right, yeah, I see.
Duel 1. Let's rock. I'm done.
Run up gold burst. We have seen a couple of those this tournament.
That's exciting. Yeah, I just need to fix the score. I'll let you commentate on the game.
Yeah, it's fine. Let's see if Zippy can bring this back actually. Because so far I've seen a lot of really good adaptation to how Hitchcock is handling the defense. Yeah, that is... we did not quite convert of that. He did not have the stamina. But we definitely got those resets. Testament Super is still there though. But we got the full one. Zippy on set point now. Let's see if Hitchcock can bite their way through it. Zippy's definitely not making it easy so far. And that is a wall break. Hard knockdown. Hitchcock does need to make a very good use of that burst. And it worked so far. But that is game for Zippy with a very, very good catch. Denying Hitchcock the win of the set.
That's the comeback.
Great work from both of them. That was a very, very fun set to watch.
There is a player who's playing from an account that isn't their own and their rating is too big?
Murphing. We are
Murphing?
saying here.
Well, who would that be? I don't see that in disputes. I mean, you can just message me if needed. If it's Zippy, that's not the case. Zippy's plus or minus is like 200 and something right now, so as per the rules, Zippy can enter. His rating just looks inflated because of the way rating update is if you don't play Tower in a while. Mine is kind of inflated too, I think a bit. Because I'm like 2026 at the moment, but I haven't been playing Tower. get back on track. Who are we calling for our next game?
I think losers has to catch up with the top 8.
Ah, yeah, we always do 2 winners games here, and then hopefully
Yeah.
losers is caught up. And we do 2 losers games, and then winners final. I think SFG does the same thing. I need to check if the match between Crispier and Dopamine has actually happened, or if that was a misreport, because there was a misreport going on.
Might be. Was it scheduled for stream?
It wasn't a scheduled stream match, but the outcome is a stream match. Whoever wins will fight Luna.
I think Tanya just joined the room. I don't know if top 8 is happening yet.
Yeah, if Zippy is ready, we can call that match.
Okay. But yeah, seeing Tanya in top 8, nice work so far. Biken is in top 8.
Right, we're gonna run the ad break to give Zippy a few minutes, just because he did just play. We'll have the Zippy Tanya match. I know Zippy doesn't like to wait too long anyway, so I think Zippy's happy with that. I'll fix the score. So I believe we are getting that match afterwards as well, which will be Dopamine and Luna. The score was just misreported.
Luna is so far as I know playing Johnny, right? That name is definitely ringing some bells.
Sorry, who? Luna? Yeah, Luna plays Johnny.
Luna plays Johnny. Okay.
She's
I'm not
legend.
sure if I have heard of Dopamine yet, but that's definitely interesting seeing Johnny in this tournament. Dopamine is what you get when Insane counts. I mean, Insane kind of got to be like Johnny's little own pile bunker. They, if I remember correctly, they nearly doubled the damage of it, right? Which is kind of insane. But who knows? Maybe they had a plan. Maybe they had a plan with that. Because Johnny was already considered pretty strong last patch. And I think a lot of people were not very happy to see him rather buffed than changed for the worse. But that is what you have to deal with now. Cannot change that so far. Then is top 8 Evo 8 Johnnies. That would be definitely a very volatile Evo top 8. Let me say that.
Wait, who would that be?
What was the question, Marcel?
Sorry, what was it you were just mentioning would be interesting, Evo?
Interesting Evo top 8 Johnnies. Top 8 in Evo with only Johnnies.
Oh my god, that would be...
Definitely very mix-up heavy.
What's going on here? No, Tanya AFK?
Tanya seems to be AFK in
Tanya!
their top 8 match. You cannot do that, Tanya. It's top 8.
Yeah, come
you
on,
have to
Tanya, lock in. I'll fix the HUD now, by the way. I know it's wrong. Internet went bye-bye. Oh, hopefully it
Great
doesn't during
bait
that.
on that. That is a lot of damage.
That is.
Holy.
Winners.
Baiken Sin, this patch. I'm not quite sure how to evaluate, but I think it was pretty Sin favored last patch. A lot of top Baikens were even calling it one of her worst matchups.
I think I'd agree. It was pretty damn good for Sin. It was another funny case though, where a lot of Sin mains were like, I don't know, man. It's like Sin bros. We gotta just play in a different way. That's all there is to it. Like,
Yeah, exactly. Like
if you
Sin,
send it and just play close range, you will lose the Baiken. Sin is not
Yeah.
as good at that, but that's not how you play the matchup.
he definitely controls the neutral and his defense against Baiken with that DP. Baiken cannot use a lot of her setups against that. So the Baiken has definitely to change their game plan to accommodate for that. But Tanya is doing a great job so far baiting this DP. But yeah, I'm not quite sure how the matchup is this patch. It still feels pretty hard to play for Baiken because the neutral of Sin is just really, really good against her.
Though I bet that aspect has gotten slightly better now since she can
It
dash
got-
up a
it-
little bit more, and Sin does have longer recovery on fast slash and slightly slower 2S.
It
The bridge
definitely got better in that regard. I agree. Issue is only since fast slash is very, very potent at with punching Baiken's fast slash. She definitely cannot just use that fast slash in neutral without thinking too much about it. And Alcant as well.
And Sin did get an HP increase, which was one place where he did always feel that if Baiken did get something close range started on him, he kind of died. And now
That's true.
he doesn't die as much. Nice pickup. Eat reset. Oh, I actually like that burst bait there. I think that was a good attempt. But, well, you're not dead, but you may as well be.
You may as well be, yeah. And this is game 1 for Zippy. Tanya definitely has to lock in. That matchup is not easy to play. So let's see if Tanya can make this. Very, very big thing on the Baiken side is don't let that DPs get to you. The moment you let these DPs get to you, you are going to lose.
You dare say you a fan
Hello,
of
Calvin.
the Badung fan? Yeah, we got the go on comms today. Let me update the scores real quick.
Calvin is a Baiken bro in disguise.
Kelvin is a Baiken bro. I know about his Baiken. In fact, actually, me and Kelvin played a little set the day before the patch. Because I wanted to send off old Ram because I was sad about the changes. So I hopped onto tower after having a few drinks. I played Ram against his Baiken.
His Baiken is clean. His Baiken is clean. He has a lot of really cool setups. Also very execution heavy the setups. On top of that. Like setups I usually do not attempt in tournament environment because I know if I mess this up, I'm going to lose. But he has them ready. Nice whip punch on that fast slash, but this is Sin. Tanya, you have to be ready for that DP after your OP. And Zippy is profiting of this. Also, very, very underrated button in this matchup. I think since JH is very, very good against Baiken.
Oh yeah.
Baiken already struggles a lot to anti-air. So she opts to air a lot, but since JH has a pretty reasonable disjoint on that. And the trajectory of it, since air dash with the JH is also pretty hard to call out as Baiken. So definitely not easy to deal with, but Tanya seems to be in control of the match so far. Let's see if we can keep it up. But it's Sin, Tanya. You have to be ready on that Oki.
Hawk Baker, you know the vibes. Oh, that's an interesting one there, actually, Shang. So that used to be like the optimal thing to do, right? If you could get close like counter hit into charge dust. I don't think that's true anymore, is it? With the 6H buff?
You mean on Baiken or on Sin right now?
On Baiken.
On Baiken. I was never using this charge dash combo on counter hit. Was mostly just doing close slash, dash cancel close slash. But I think with the 6H buff, you might wanna do this instead now because 6H is dealing a lot of damage this patch.
At the very least, for your wall breaks, it's definitely the new meterless optimal.
Definitely.
See, I went and checked with Sins. I was like, I wonder if that's the case with Sin. And I'm like, oh, no, it still charged us for Sin. Sin's 6H doesn't do a super high amount of damage, it's just amazing for combos.
Let's see if Anya can go through with this. It's 2-0 for Zippy so far.
Yeah,
Biden is no stranger to reverse 3-0 people out of nowhere. So maybe we see this.
Momentum,
It's just
baby.
a little bit harder in that matchup, but it's doable.
Momentum.
Got the conversion though. Very clean from Tanya.
Pulls out, 2S, the button of choice.
But we got the classic H-cap. Follow-up whiff in the combo. We all know it. We all love it.
Viken
It
must be
happens to the best
so
of us.
happy that he can't do Hawkmaker RC there anymore. And she used to have to make sure she was in close slash range to catch him on the way down to not play his RPS. Guys, remember that's a thing y'all used to have to deal with Sin? None anymore. God, that'd be crazy. Imagine if they brought that back for Season 4, Shang. DP follow-ups.
I want to say bad things about it. It was one of my most hated things in the game. I'm gonna be honest to you. I
Just the DP
was
follow-up
really
or
bad.
DPRC?
The DP follow-up. Like DPRC, I think DPRC was pretty toxic as well, but I hated the DP follow-up of Sin even more. Because I was pretty bad at punishing Sin mid-air on the DP. And I had to deal with the RPS after DP always, and it was miserable for me.
Oh, an unfortunate drop there. Zippy could close the round out pretty well though.
He was doing pretty well on that combat. Oh,
I think Tanya just accepted that they were dead, but didn't actually die.
never accept your defeat, Tanya.
Never.
Lesson
Never.
learned.
Hold that controller. I mean, it would have been tough to get a comeback there, but not impossible.
Not impossible, that's true. You never know.
They will have a chance later on. This was winner's side.
This was winner's side, yeah. There is another chance in losers. We might see Biden even more on top 8.
But
we
now-
definitely see her more on top 8, but we might see more of it later on as well.
Now I'm interested. Dopamine, I'm pretty sure, is a new name to me. Who is Dopamine playing? They've kind of been on a tear. They've won 3 games winner's side. Or is that 4 games? No, 3 games winner's side, and is now against Luna. Zip domination. The Finnish be clobber in this bracket. Antonio got graduated light speed. Hopland destroyed the bracket. Won on his victory lap. Now Zippy cooking. The Finnish are too strong, I fear. Oh, let me actually ping the players real quick. That would be helpful if I did that.
I still remember to this day the tournaments I was participating at first when I started playing tournaments. The backpack brawls. Like it was also intermediate from the level, but there was no rule who was able to join. So someday I saw just randomly Dasein in the bracket. I had no idea who that was. They were just tearing through this bracket.
Yeah. Hey, Donna. Yeah, no, I remember that when I was new. There's just, you don't know the names at first. I
Yeah.
remember watching a tourney early. And I'm like, I think I've heard of Hitachi before. Isn't he like that really good Nago that plays kind of crazy?
Funny thing though is a lot of the backpack brawl usuals like Cryo, Razzle, Hawkey got all really good.
Oh, yeah.
Justa as well. Justa was also usual. We all played
Just
a lot
almost beat
in those
Xander the other
tournaments.
day. I was rooting for him. I was rooting for Jester. I wanted him to win.
Like that is something I was very happy. Like, we all made it out of the backpack brawl.
I feel like most of my progress as a player, I feel like started and like it's most felt at locals. I was really surprised that I was able to get top 48 twice at a major as well this year. It's like, damn, all right. The TO man got some hands.
He always got hands in EMEA.
You've got to remind the TOs have got to remind people they got hands. Deck's probably one of the best with that.
I was definitely reminded yesterday by Dex Dizzy. Dex Dizzy got definitely hands.
Yeah. I challenged Deck to the random select on Bounty Hunters. And then I was like, oh damn, bro. I know I'm the underdog here, but damn, I'm getting like my ass beat over here.
See a Potemkin here. Dopamine is kind of a Potemkin name, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I think you can kind of see Potemkin players by their name a lot.
Yeah.
It's a very funny observation. Yeah. They either have a very deranged name or a very on point short name.
That's a lot of meter to spend. Everyone spent their meter now, though. Also, Luna had a pretty good showing, too. The finish were cooking install. I think Hotplan and Anatonia made it to top 8, and Luna got, like, top 16.
Not too bad.
She wasn't really expecting to, but got it. I'd love to see it. Love to see our finish go to winning. I gotta go to install sometime. I was a meltdown, though. I'm like, where's Nagori Luki? He's not on my local. He's over in Finland. Corner steal.
I didn't even notice install was going on. I'll be honest. I was already asking. I saw a lot of people traveling to Finland, but I was not sure what was going on.
Yeah,
Kinda went under the bus.
I didn't know either until Hotplan just like mentioned it literally in Novice. You lost on the top 16. Oh, Zippy Bros. You'll get it next time, I believe.
But that is 1-0 for Luna so far. Very, very clean. New pot is definitely scary, but
I accidentally... Oh, there we go.
I think Dona knows a bit more about it. I think this is a hard matchup for pot.
Yeah, actually, I'd like to hear Donna's perspective on that, because I was trying to think the other day. I was like, what matchups does Pot lose anymore? I find him really hard to judge as a character right now, and the only one that constantly stuck in my mind is that Johnny would be bad for Pot. Of course. Ultimately, you gotta know how to make matchups good and bad.
That is true. I think Guilty is very good at like how do I say this? You definitely have to know how to play the matchup to make it bad. Like it's not.
Oh yes.
It's not just the matchup is bad. I cannot win this. You definitely need to know how to play it. So this is not the same case for like Mortal Kombat. Like if you play against a character that is just inherently better than you because of the buttons, there's not a lot you can do.
You find that in
You
other
do not
games too.
need to know the matchup.
Not to just talk about like blimmin' League of Legends, but like some matchups in that game are just unwinnable. You have to rely on your team. But different games and luckily Strive doesn't really have any unwinnable matchups, I don't think.
That is true.
7
I think
threes at worst, like
I think unwinnable is pretty hard to establish. Although some people might think this is cap, but I think Asuka biting last patch was definitely on the verge of it. You had to kind of troll to lose, I would say, as Asuka.
that was definitely one of the worst ones. Actually, since Jones is here, Faust versus Angie was tragic for Faust. That's a bad one. One of the worst matchups in the game back then. I don't know about now, probably still bad, but Faust is full of joy and whimsy this patch. Doing his silly little item combos. Wizard mentioned what? For a minute I thought that you meant Hack Fraud Wizard was mentioned. I love that Hack Fraud Wizard is not an Asuka player. He's a Viking player. Also, Bro got married recently, if I recall. Like,
Yeah,
engaged.
he got engaged.
Proposed.
He got
yeah,
engaged.
yeah. Oh yeah, I remember the tweet. She said yes. That's the
With
goat
a
right
very,
there.
very big family. I think over 400 people attending.
Damn.
I proposed to him, make a major out of this. A major wedding.
Major wedding. A wedding bracket. Imagine a wedding strive bracket. That's peak.
Evo 2025? Hackfraud's wedding? Who's coming?
Who's coming? You just have like fucking Leffen at your wedding.
Imagine.
Dude, I couldn't be trusted playing pot. I look at so many situations where pot's like blocking blade strings and I'm like, I would just press Buster, man. I should not be allowed near this character.
Very, very good jump from Luna here.
Duel 3.
Nice IB. Seems like Pot needs to make very committal decisions to like get around the Johnny buttons. Though, in typical Pot fashion, you find your way in if you do, and you can do your Pot thing. The strive at a wedding has to be a low point. Does it have to be a low point? It could be cool as well.
I think it could be cool. If it's like shared interest of both partners, why not?
Yeah. Imagine if you had like a bunch of friends in the FGC too, and also just like people in general that like maybe like games but just don't play Strive. You could just do something funny with that. Nice overhead. 2-1 for Luna. I will be right back. I just need to grab a drink.
Yes. Let's see, maybe Dopamine can still claw their way back though. It did not look too dominant here, so it might be on the table. Let's see, New Pot definitely is able to snowball you out of nowhere. So everything is possible. A high roll here, a high roll there, and you're dead. That was nearly the accident Dopamine was looking for. But Luna is definitely mixing Dopamine to death. This is now pretty rough to come back from, but not impossible. One pot buster can be the difference. Nice bait on that YRC. We do not have to take risk here. We have 2 bars. We can just bait it. That is a very, very good counter hit.
Alright, I'm back.
Back.
Luna's on set point while I was away.
Luna is a set point, but Dopamine was getting this nice hit they were looking for. And there we go. Oh! Unfortunate drop here.
The orange wild assault being in a good situation. Oh, catches heavenly. Sniped out
Edges
of
the
it.
heavenly. By the way, it's crazy that Pot survived all of this, by the way.
Yeah.
He's pretty chunky, this patch.
It's death by 1,000 cuts, isn't it? Like, he struggles to like deal with what Johnny wants to do, but he also doesn't die to it unless unless Nsenga hits counter hit, you know. Nsenga kind of be taking names this patch. And Luna taking that part of the bracket. That should bring us to losers, where we do have one match ready in Mox versus Knee. Knee, if I recall, goes to my local. From
Knee versus Mox. Oh,
remember, they're either an Angie or Soul player. I think an Angie. Pile Bunker?
Might
True,
be.
Pile Senga.
We definitely see another bike match, which I'm very happy about.
You gotta be. You got lots of bike and rep.
I'm in general very happy with biking this this patch. Like, I have so much fun playing this character, this patch. She's pretty good right now. Has not a lot of losing matchups anymore. Like, even her very bad matchups like Asuka, Happy Chaos, they got very winnable. And even Asuka maybe not that much, but HC might be even an even matchup this patch, which is crazy to say.
This is the timeline we live in now.
This is the timeline we live in.
It's good Baiken has real matchups now, though. Like,
yes,
she has losing, she has winning,
yes.
and she can go even. Before it was kind of like, yeah, she usually just kind of went even or lost.
I don't even know if she has any hard losing matchups right now. Like, she does not have a lot of losing matchups this patch, and I don't think she has a very hard losing matchup. Like, everything is very reasonable.
For sure.
I win like 70% of the HC match. I don't know why Bikens complain he's a hard match. That's pretty good for me. Maybe you as a player just click with HC a lot. I'm usually not struggling against. I was usually not struggling against HC as well, but the issue is the moment you play against like a top HC, you start to feel where this is coming from. Like, if you have to face this in tournament, like it's hard to win this. It's very hard. You have to move mountains. But this is definitely not the case anymore. Like, Baiken HC got on the more even side.
HC definitely feels more fightable in general now.
Anything as Baiken feels very fightable right now. Like,
character can just win.
Character can just win. She has a lot of really good matchups right now. A lot of even matchups. She's very even right now, I would say. Like, just a couple of losing matchups, and the losing matchups are not even that bad.
Kind of like Sin, really, then. Or at least what I thought of Sin in
very solid.
3.5. 3.7, I feel like Sin's kind of downplayed in that regard. People were like, he's like mid. I'm like, yes, but he's still like decent. He just does decent into people.
Just solid. Just a solid character.
Hey, Donna, it's me hosting the stream. You definitely weren't hearing things.
But Mox is doing a great job so far, playing in the top 8.
I drink whether I'm playing in bracket or hosting. Actually, I'm not going to drink too much at home, but I thought I would today. Just because I have my first shift back at work after being unemployed for quite a while. So I got to work on bracket days, and also I got Shang commentating with me. So I was like, today is a vibes day. Today,
A vibes day.
Duel 3. Let's rock.
Work cringe? True. I am not much of a work fan, but I do need money. I got offlines to go to. I got to live. So a little bit of work part-time I will have to do. The streams won't be going anywhere. Some days may have different ones. That always works.
That always works. No one is safe from that.
I love that route. Thanks, guys.
The classic 6P beating the cross-up Yosansen. It does have a very extended hurt box, so it makes sense. It's just looking very funny. But Mox is doing a great job against me so far. Anchi Baiken also feeling pretty fun this patch. Because Baiken's guard cancel actually not too bad versus his Fujin.
And I guess as well, if you ever caught him ending in 6H, even if you just wanted to be like, my turn, like he can't stop you from doing that.
Yeah, exactly. I think Anchi definitely has to be very aware how they want to structure their offense against Baiken this patch.
That's good. We like Angie to have to think. Not to flame the Angie players, but I want a world where Angie is thinking about what he does.
Nah, I get you. I'm not the biggest fan of Angie as well. That was a throw from Mox, okay. Another throw, but no throw combo.
Do it again. Oh, I mean, it happened
You
again,
returned the
but not the
favor.
person who I thought was gonna do it. Oh no, there was like a bone in my body there that was like, you gotta throw like 4 times. Just do it.
Okay. That was definitely an interaction of all time.
Whoa. We're getting some-
Yeah, Angie Bacon has a lot of very, very goofy interactions that happen like that.
Oh, what?
No air grab?
Yeah, that was goofy too.
It was goofy, but the goofiness is sponsored by Bacon's close slash hitbox. It's not going very high. It's like shorter than her.
You know, Rin has pretty good damage, I want to say as well. I've been like watching the random Rins connect. Now that Rin is uncomboable but unreactable.
I've not paid attention to that.
I might go to Dust Loop. Nerd emoji. Right. Angie Nito Dust Loop. How much damage does Rin do? Like, Nageha doesn't matter, he combos off it.
Okay. So far, we have not seen a lot of guard cancel from Mox here. Let's see if that changes. It's definitely not an easy tool to use. Like, people were losing their mind, me as well. Like, when I saw this is actually guard cancel on the patch notes, I was literally holding my breath for that moment. But it turns out it's not that easy to use.
I was so
Time will
surprised
tell
when I
how
read
good
it.
it is.
Like,
Yeah,
I was
everyone
like,
was.
It's like, that is an accent core ass game. This patch truly did get more Guilty Gear. Like, bringing back a lot of old things.
Patch did get a lot of hate so far, but I think the changes are with good faith in mind. I think the game definitely is going into a more interesting direction. A lot of changes are questionable, but a lot of changes are also going into a very interesting direction, and I'm kind of surprised. They definitely listen to the community a bit more this patch, from what I have seen. Like on Twitter, someone was saying there will be a slight balance adjustment again, coming soon.
Hopefully this year. I think they want to try get one out this year.
Yeah, I think I read that as well, like in December.
You know, I get the feeling they are kind of rushing for us, so I hope the dev team doesn't have to like work crazy overtime. Because did you see how they fixed the Gold Lewis bug?
Yeah, I saw that, bro. As a programmer myself, as a dev myself, this is literally a change you make when you don't know what the issue is,
Yeah.
and you just you have a deadline, and you just say, okay, we band-aid it.
Yeah.
This works for now, and then we figure out what the issue is and have a bit more time.
Yeah, because I'm not even a programmer, and I got that exact vibe as well. I'm like, that is such a we've got to ship it change. Like, let's just put the band-aid on. This will fix it for now. We'll fix it properly when we have more time. If anybody doesn't know, so they fixed the Gold Lewis wall break bug by just making the last bullet of his minigun unburstable.
Yeah. A couple of people are pretty angry about it, but I think, does it really matter?
It really doesn't matter that much. Like, you can burst earlier in the minigun. It's fine.
Yeah, I don't think the last hit is really making the difference. It's like 41 hits, 42.
Yeah,
It's okay. Yeah, but only the last hit carrot is unburstable. Like, it's 41, it's like the last hit, does it really make a difference?
Yeah. Like, of course, yeah, if you got your burst back the exact moment the last bullet hit you and you were on the ground, that's annoying, but that's not gonna happen that much. Yours Sin.
It is maybe the sacrifice we have to take for now.
Yeah. I hope they fix it properly later,
Yeah.
but for now, like, yeah, it'll solve the issue. It's better we have him having slightly better Oki and we just agree that he's a really strong character than him literally breaking the game and players being able to disable matches.
Bro, but 3 minions or 40 gunshots is a difference. Come on, man. Like bursting the exact last hit is not easy anyways.
Yeah.
The exact last hit.
Carrot gonna be like, well, I was capable of bursting the exact last hit.
Of course he is. Carrot is
Carrot is the gapper.
Uh,
But just burst earlier!
I don't think this will happen to Meta. And if it does, you can call me out, Carrot. If it
happens, you're
decides
getting
evil,
added on Twitter.
if it decides evil, okay.
Dude, I shouldn't be allowed to play Baiken. After getting that parry, in my mind, I was like, I would run up to Angie and parry on his wake up. I can't be trusted with this character.
A lot of people cannot be trusted with that character.
They can't let me play it.
But Mox is on set point. Doing a very good job.
That's a big counter hit. Big amount of damage there.
Angie is no stranger to a lot of damage, definitely, yeah. I'm always surprised how much damage he does.
They allegedly toned him down, but he's still putting out.
Yeah, he's still dishing. But yeah, also very good awareness on that parry. Baiken is not free to do whatever she wants when Angie has 50 meter. You have to do your H caps maybe after your fast slash to mix it up a bit, so the Angie is not free to do just the parry after your 5H or 2H, because that is a guaranteed parry if you just go for any follow-up there. Great 2D there.
100 meter Mox though, I mean, well, nearly 100 meter. The grab. Whoa,
That's just the grab indeed.
Momentum back in Nia's favor now.
This is definitely momentum. Very, very sad to see. We saw this earlier when Mox was playing against ABBA as well. Very unfortunate.
I think that means we're on 2-2 now. Mox needs to make sure not to lose the momentum.
I try to not be biased, but I'm with the Baiken
No.
I'm with the Baiken. So I
here's
hope
the
Mox
thing on-
wins this now.
Here's the thing on comms. My stance is the commentators should be biased within reason. So long as they're not being toxic, or like assholes about it, you gotta be biased. It's better than pretending that you have like no bias at all, I think. It's more honest.
I want to see more Baiken in this tournament, so I would be pretty happy if Mox wins this, but Ni
fine.
is definitely doing a good job so far.
See, it's funny for me because like character-wise, I'm like, oh, I want to root for Baiken, but then and I also want to root for Mox. But I'm like, Ni does go to my local though. I always gotta root for someone who goes to my local, you know.
Definitely no stranger also to the Angie mix-up in the corner. I hate this Oki, by the way. I'm getting livid when an Angie does.
That is the Cryo Phantasm Oki right there.
Yes, I hate this Oki with every fiber of my being.
Angie's
Nice.
barbaric Oki versus Baiken's well-cultured and esteemed Oki.
Oh, great catch on that jump in with the 2S. Crazy.
Oh, this is so close.
We have definitely lapped the matchup. No
Mox, you should be
meter
up.
spent on that throw.
Oh, I was getting funny about that. Seeing that meter there, that was getting on me. This is a public service announcement. Gamers, use your tension. Do not sit on 100 butter, please. Unless you want to upset me. I mean, in that case, go for it.
Okay, great throw there. Nice confirm on the super. This is a very dangerous situation now for me. I think the deflect shield is coming, so Mox might want to grab here.
Oh yeah,
That
I
was-
smell it after the S-cab. The YRC not going to be able to be punished there. It is so high in the air. H-cab. Follow up.
That was a great catch. Making use of that hurt box on the lower end of Ko.
That was a mad
And
close
Mox
set.
takes this. Yeah, really
Glad
close
it went
set.
to game 5. We got to watch lots of that.
Yeah, we had a lot. We had a lot of close sets so far. Who is
Looks
up
like we've
next?
got Volta and Tares versus Puro. This could be a Slayer mirror.
This could be. Isn't Volta? No, okay. They are playing Slayer.
See, I wondered. Part of me thought, all right, the Sin got a ton of changes and it's like turbo buffed. Would Volta come back to Sin? Currently, no. Volta is sticking out with the Slayer.
I'm not sure if you have ever seen the Slayer mirror, but this is like literally a coin flip of a matchup. Like anyone just dies instantly.
No, I've seen it. It certainly is one of the mirrors of all time. Let me get those player names as well. I need to do a better job of updating my overlay. Alright. Volta and Tares. Puro Pile Bunker.
By the way, I'm a big fan of the new color on Slayer. Of the like very bleak one.
Oh, wait, which
Looks
one do
really
you like?
cool.
The new
Um,
the new one.
The new one, yeah, on the right.
Yeah. Slayer got one of the better color 16s, I think.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of them are a miss for me, but Slayers looks really cool.
Yo, we got the duality of Sin mains in the chat too, yeah. Volta, not a fan of the Sin changes. Zippy, a big fan of the Sin changes. And then I'm just like in the middle, like, I like and dislike this. I am very torn. Oh! That was back hit. That was
Bang
back
wants
hit
to
close
see
by.
more biking, always.
The Gideons are coming out for this one.
The Gideons, the back shots are coming out.
It's a Slayer mirror too. It has to be done. I've been saving them.
I have played my fair share of Slayer mirrors as well. It's
Oh, we
you
get a
would think
bike
it is
mirror?
fun. It is.
Oh,
It is
Shang.
the bike mirror. Oh, bro.
Shang, this is like peak you right here. So we have the Slayer mirror because you played some Slayer, and we have a Biken mirror. I didn't even see this. I didn't rig this. This just happened naturally. That's crazy.
Oh, great backdash into 2H here. That was really clean from Volta.
Volta gets the first one. Wait, where's my song gone? There we go.
So far, great stuff I'm seeing here.
Is that the back shots? Gideon's the back shots guy.
That the back shots guy?
I can't believe he's been reduced to being the back shots guy.
What do you mean reduced?
The back shots guy from Strive.
He's the back shots god, bro. What do you mean reduced?
No, the back shot's gone, but just like the back shot guy. That's so funny. I might have to screenshot that and send that to Gideon. Let's just say your legacy.
Well, I couldn't even tell what happened there because of that forward dash.
Hey, no problem, me. Good job on the run. Like seeing you cook. Like seeing my fellow meltdown goers cook.
Oh, not quite enough meter for Last Horizon. But we are still having 2 bars on
God.
Slayer as well. Yeah.
Ah! Death on 100 meter! No!
Volta definitely knows how to navigate the mirror. Those dashes to avoid the Master's Hammer and whip punch it, that's not too shabby.
Oh, now speaking of 100 meter, Burrow is almost at that point too. Does get the meter penalty due to using that YRC though. That actually kind of bit them because it made Power Bunker deeply unsafe.
The meter penalty definitely played a role here. But the Hand of Goon does not secure the round. Walter with...
You said it before me. I was going to say that too. Hand of Goon. Hey, Luca.
Hand of Goon.
Hand of Goon. You've not heard that, Jazz?
What?
The Hand of Goon? Wielded by our little Mappa Crunchy.
The little Mappa Crunchy. Shoutouts to Rexu.
Rexu, also the GOAT. I'll have to try and get Rexu on comms one day as well. I've somehow never done commentary with Rexu. Someone who does regularly do commentary. We just do
I could imagine it's pretty fun.
That would be fun. Can we back? No,
Can
we
we
cannot
ban
ban Shang. In fact, I would like to re-invite Shang back any week he'd like to come on.
Since Set and Reset is not going on Friday, I'm definitely more free on Friday.
Speaking of, if anybody does want to yap with me, we do have that theme of me trying to get new commentators on and just like giving people a chance to do comms and yap away. You don't even have to do serious comms. Yap, I just yap. I think it's fun for people to have an avenue to give comms a go. See if they like it. I tried comms at my local, that was when I first did it.
Whoa, we are seeing some buttons thrown out right here.
If you weren't working, oh yeah, we need Hack Fraud Wizard with a Friday off. Hack comms.
We were just talking about Hack Fraud's
We were.
wedding major coming on.
The wedding major.
Evo 2025.
The wedding bracket.
Bursting here is very, very dangerous for Poro. Yeah, did not pay out, unfortunately.
Novice comes an EMEA staple. Aw. I'm glad this can become like a notable, memorable thing. Speaking of memorable, that's a charge dust that lands.
No, Tanya and Mox are definitely on stream. I will make sure of that.
Yeah, no, there's no more off-stream games, I don't think. No more off-stream. Everything is on stream. Ooh, Puro looking likely to get this round.
And it might be over here, though. No Slayer, we love Slayer, but Puro got it.
You want to be letting us have to? Yeah, you could do comms sometime, Hunter. Zippy could join. I want Zippy to hop on comms one day, but Zippy needs to get banned. Bro's got to get banned from the bracket. He's getting close. I forget if it's one or two more that you need to win to get banned. I think you've only won this one once.
What a round start! Counter hit, overhead from Dan.
Oh god, man. I'm not flaming. Options being traded.
Unfortunate. Okay, that might be for Puro here. Ooh, that is going to hurt. Not on the delayed US though to make it another back shot, but
Oh my god, this
still
is
got
such
the
a
round.
matchup. This is such a matchup, man.
Nice, we got the conversion right here into Super Wall Break. Looking rough for Puro, but he got they got the burst ready. And we know Slayer, this might be a point of no return for Walter. But Walter got everything under control and takes the set 3-1.
Oh my.
We got the back shots got looking over Walter.
On your cheek like fine whiskers.
With the power of Gideon, Volta's gonna take that one. Looks like we have to get the ad break out of the way so it doesn't interrupt later games. Right, let's just ping the players. Wait 3 mins, please. So we can get rid of ads.
I think next up is even the bike mirror.
It is. Well, I hope they run it. If Tanya, if you pick Slayer, you'll be the villain. We want to see the mirror.
Tanya is already. Or is that Mox?
I don't know, actually. In all seriousness, Tanya can play whoever they want, but a bike and mirror would be really fun.
Bike mirror is definitely. Bike mirror is definitely one of the matchups. Not gonna lie. But I'm happy Biken is on the screen now, even double the amount of Biken, because that means I can yap about Biken.
There's only one downside to this match, and that means one Biken has to go.
One Biken has to go, but one Biken is still in top 8, so I'm able to yap more about Biken still. The mirror was gonna happen anyways if both of them are going further.
The lawful good Nago player. The Nago alignment chart. Hatashi is like lawful evil. Like he's evil, but he's like evil in a lawful way.
Yeah, Hatashi definitely plays like you killed his Minecraft dog.
But it's like calculated.
It's calculated. It's calculated chaos.
Verix is probably the definition of the like neutral. Because he just, I feel like Verix just plays correct.
I know what you mean. I definitely know what you mean. Verix is just fundamentally insane at the game, but he sprinkles a little bit of craziness here and there into his routes. You kind of are able to see it sometimes shine through that he enjoys the game.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you can see in Verix's play that he just likes the game. I like that. I like that when you can see that in a top player, especially.
If you saw my set versus Verix that got uploaded on the YouTube Vulture channel.
Oh, I haven't watched those in ages. There's one on there. I'll have to check that out.
Recently, there was a set of me versus Verix. Like nearly every set of me versus Verix gets uploaded. Like I have so many of those. He was like biting me 4 or 5 times in a row. Like sometimes he sprinkles in the craziness. You would not expect it. You would not expect it fighting him because he's a very calculated player. But sometimes it shines through that he just wants to goof around as well. Like I was definitely not expecting him to grab me 5 times in a row.
I did also see him on what was it? On his own stream because he started streaming recently. He definitely did do a little bit of messing around. I think he wanted to see where he could like get kill points with blood pop super. He definitely did some blood pops where it's like, oh, he is just testing this, and it's like, no, that's not gonna work, no. And then they don't die, and then they like kill him, or he has just RPS.
Probably versus Perry. Hunter, I was not really representing Perry in that set.
Why do I see
was
two
not really
Gideons?
doing that. I'm not bold enough to do a parry on Wake Up against Nago because most of the time it means if you don't parry them, you're dead.
You see 2 Gideons because there was a back shot and it was a Slayer mirror. Like they had to come out. I've been saving these little Gideons for the right moment.
We got punched so hard by the pile bunker that we see 2 Gideons now.
Yeah, and we're keeping it for the Biken mirror. It will go when the Biken mirror is concluded. Oh, I should update the player names since I have a moment. No, wait, I did update them.
You already did it. You are far ahead of yourself.
I was too far ahead that I forgot I did it. God damn.
Let's see. Biken mirror.
Oh boy.
The matchup I am infamous for.
Yeah,
all the Bikens hate
me. The Biken mirror player.
The Biken mirror player. All the Biken players hate me. But Tanya is playing ABBA. What are you doing, Tanya?
No, you fiend! If you feel like you need to do it to win, valid. But you're a fiend. You are a fiend. In fact, I might take your back shot away. Wait, that sounds ridiculous. Mox can keep the Gideon.
Tanya, now, just out of principle now, Tanya, I have to root for Mox. Because you have betrayed us right now.
No back shots for you.
No back shots for you.
I took the back shot permission. Hey, the permission can be regained. That's all I'm gonna say.
It can be regained. We can. There's still forgiveness inside of me.
And despite how wounded we are, it looks like Aber, definitely a good call so far. Mox
Is
in
doing
the
work,
danger
definitely.
zone.
Yeah.
Roll it all the way.
I don't even blame Tanya for the decision because I was saying earlier, if you are good at the Baiken matchup and play Aber and know how to RPS against Baiken, Baiken has a pretty hard time versus Aber because every RPS could be the end of the round. Every RPS means she gets free into her mode and wreaks havoc on you. As we see here.
Actually, here's an interesting thing about Mox though. So, we saw today Mox potentially struggle a bit when taking the lead initially and then losing momentum. The opposite has been shown a lot in previous brackets, where often Mox will go down early, but then adapt and come back. So
Yeah, that is the strength of Baiken.
this might be the comeback Mox angle. Tanya's
This
Aber gonna be
comebacks.
the one.
I can see it. I can definitely see it. It's just Wrath playing versus Aber if the Aber knows how to RPS versus Baiken. And I think Tanya is definitely no stranger to knowing how to fight Baiken.
Tanya definitely
Because
does.
they play that character themselves. So they know what we hate.
Speaking of players getting banned or graduating, as it were, if I recall, Tanya, I think, if they win one more, does get banned. If my memory serves me correct. I'll consult with the stats, but you get a certain amount of wins, which is partially Viber-based. Then you get banned. Some people have been banned for just 2 wins. There was one player who got second on their first intermediates and then won 2 in a row. And I watched their play with their IBs, and I'm like, all right, they've got to get banned. They are too good.
But yeah, we are seeing Tanya here doing very good RPS decisions here. But Mox is definitely also no stranger how to play Baiken correctly. So just one more opening of closing the round. That was not quite the opening. And Mox is in a very difficult situation right here. This is what I was talking about. If you know how to RPS with Aber against Baiken, you can make this matchup very hard to play because every single RPS might be your game over as well. Unfortunate.
So close. Yeah, so far, trying to get through the Aber HP can be an endeavor. Actually, that's funny, yeah, Hopline, if you hadn't have got banned before your victory lap, you would have got banned on your victory lap. Because you won that one, so that would have been 3 wins. I think it's safe to say bro might be a little bit too goated.
Oh, Mox, you could have closed the round with super, but we still got it. We have Yusansen.
You know, speaking of graduating and banning players, it's always such a bittersweet thing. Because it's like, alright, they're getting a bit too good. We gotta send them to the opens. But then, like, I'm gonna miss watching their games on the stream.
Thing is, if you're getting banned because the reason is you're too good,
It's a
like
good
that
ban.
that's a good ban. I would take that.
But me as the streamer, I'm like, ah, I missed watching some of these players. Can I unban Tom? Neva's gonna shoot me if I say can I unban Tommy. You enjoy watching the stream? Hey. Watch them enter. I do watch them enter opens as well. I'm always watching. I watch almost all of Tawny streams, including beginners.
Oh, Tanya got opened up by the This does not quite kill. I think this does not wall break. Yes. And Mox did not know how to Oki from there, but Mox still got a point on the board. Mox, if you're watching this, if you're in that situation, 2K OTG into SCAP.
A novice driver's open? Nah, we already have like a bracket every day in this region. As much as it would be cool, I'd love hosting more tournaments, but there's not enough space. Even Friday's losing set and reset is still contested though. Because I think Panda may choose to run a bracket on Friday sometimes, essentially. And Champion Monthly now has a slot to get their stuff started again, so they may pick a Friday too.
Hashtag ban coaching.
Bad coaching.
Trust me, it will not come up again. That situation is not very common.
I was at local once, and my opponent didn't really know about Axel's new NATO move. So after the first round, Izzy popped in to coach them, be like, "This is what the NATO does." I'm like, I rate it, I allow it. I allow this coaching. You can coach my opponent mid-stream set.
Oh, we got the tether resets going. Oh, Tanya is ready to mash here with a great 6p to that Tatami. Dangerous, dangerous. I would not want to be in Mox's position here, because a good Abba is always very scary to fight as Viking, especially if they know the matchup.
Big shimmy.
Got the round, we secured it. You know, I kind of understand now why you sit like that on your channel. Like, so, like I'm starting.
You're doing it. You're doing the like watching the games lounging.
Yes.
Yeah, it happens. It's like natural. People give me shit for it, but it's like, I want to be comfy.
I get it now. I get it now. Now I'm having the goblin posture as well now.
Join the open soon. You should join some open top lane. I agree.
Oh, that is a very unfortunate grab there for Mox. Opens are a great way to improve on the game. Like, you are seeing a very, very big variety on play styles, and you're kind of also seeing a lot of optimized gameplay depending on who you're fighting in the opens. That can change your outlook on how you approach your own gameplay.
I'm funny with reviewing my losses as well, because I actually don't review my footage almost ever, but I kind of just have a good memory for most of the places that went wrong. Like, I remember thinking about my set at Meltdown when I was fighting Tiger, and I realized looking back, I'm like, immediately, damn, I used 5p to contest, like, both getting out of corner and trying to catch J2K with it way too many times. And this is just the wrong button, because it just loses. It doesn't accomplish anything. It's like, what do we do next time we fight Tiger? Maybe contest jump outs more. And fight in the air. Use 6p more. Like, yeah.
I'm usually not reviewing like my first attempts when I play against people, but I'm always reviewing my tournament sets after I played them. Right after my bracket, when you see me turn off the stream, I am grabbing something to eat and I'm watching my gameplay from that tournament night, and I look out for mistakes that I did in that, and it does a lot. It does a lot. You don't have to always lab. Like, watching your gameplay in the tournament can do a lot for a matchup.
Oh yeah, you don't necessarily even need to know how to like beat certain interactions. Sometimes it's just like, I'm picking the wrong button.
You just yeah, exactly. You just see it when you watch it, and you're getting ideas flowing into your head, and you're like, hey, next time I will try that.
Do you know where I get most of my new combo and approach ideas from, Jay?
Tell me.
It's when I'm on the treadmill at the gym.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's a common thing. Like when you're moving, when you have like repeated movement, you're also activating your brain to think about stuff. That's how humans usually cope. Fun fact.
The best combos will either come out of the shower or the gym.
Exactly. The moments you are not really doing something with your head, you are starting to think. And then the ideas flow in.
Well, CEO, Falsifier, and Wolver, thanks for follows. I just realised Twitch alerts are still not showing on the stream then, because I did turn them off for SFG specifically. Turn them back on. Oh, actually, this is scary. Oh, yapping away, and Tanya is on set point.
Tanya's definitely on set point, and it's looking rough for Mox. This is a scary situation, although Tanya does not have Mika to enforce anything here. And missed the opportunity to close it out again.
Mox is fortunate Tanya didn't capitalize on either of those hits, though.
Yes.
That's 100 meter.
That's 100 meter on no jealousy range, aber though.
That's still scary, though.
It is scary, but I think it's definitely more reasonable to handle, as we can see right here with a very, very good.
Oh, the burst! Does it come back in time?
It mattered. It mattered. It mattered. Unfortunate for Mox. Mox had the meter to close the round, but did not use it.
The Gideon curse. Oh no, we can't blame Gideon. Alas.
Tanya did indeed win this round, although I'm still angry at Tanya for not playing Viking here. But Tanya definitely did know how to fight Viking.
Bittersweet, but alas, well played. Well played.
Alas, well played, yeah.
Abba ba ba ba. There's my Abba remote. There you go.
And Tanya for not. I would if I could.
Who and why was back shots? You and Volta playing the Slayer mirror. Also, somebody got hit by a back hit close slash.
Great run though, Mox. I was happy watching your Viking. He still got top 8. Everything's cool.
Yep, looks like I picked the right kind of seeding. For the most part. I try to seed the bracket as much as possible, although not 100% of it is seeded. Mostly the lower, like, 15 or so entrants won't be seeded, just because, like, it's usually a variety of people who still enter beginners or have recently graduated, and it's very, very hard to judge how well they'll do against each other.
My strategy. Duel 2.
Duel number 2. Volta on the mixed mission. Here's the best thing if you need Viking advice right now. We have Shang on the comms and in the chat.
We need to help out.
Sometimes you just need a different perspective, and someone else can offer that. Viking, definitely one of the characters that can be played in a lot of different ways too, so that additional perspective is much needed sometimes. Volta making quick work of that match. I think I have the player names the wrong way around. I do. There we go. You want your backshot badge? Oh, my bad, boss. Let me give you that bag.
But Volta doing good so far. That matchup is a very weird one, I would say.
Two heavy hitters that just kind of
two heavy hitters. I never enjoyed the pot Slayer matchup whenever I played Slayer.
Actually, yeah. I was yapping, but I did just remember. Pot does have some really good answers if he knows how to use them for dealing with Slayer's pressure. The short answer is armor. Armor is really good against Slayer.
Duel 2. Let's rock. I'll turn it down. Slay marks. No chance.
The overhead lands. Dopamine. Holding on to the burst for now. Don't have to spend it here. Volta can tend to just wait for a moment and find the right hit.
With a very, very clean perfect as well. 1-0, 2-0 even. For Volta, kinda speedrunning this.
Definitely at the moment. Slayer, one of the few characters that can make Pot look like he doesn't have high HP. So we're not even seeing Pot be like allocated the time to sit back and think about this. No, Pot doesn't survive.
Let's see if Dopamine can bring it back. Wait, I just saw Polnareff, that's me. The Polnareff avatar.
Oh yeah, in game, yeah, your avatar is Polnareff, I remember. That is Shangbadun. If you don't follow Shang on comms, I'll flash the commentator information and whatnot after the match.
Dopamine kinda had a good grip on the match, but lost it, unfortunately. Volta kinda fighting back now, and Dopamine about to guess for their life.
You just don't expect it. It'll land when you least expect it. The random pile bunker. Now we face
Random
the
pile
back
bunker.
into the buster. Do it again. Ah! Nefastassid? Yes!
Yes.
If I was a better Pot player, that was the exact thing I wanted to do, and I'm glad you did
exactly.
it. Let's fucking go.
I remember when I started Guilty Gear, I wanted to play Pot, but
Yeah.
as the puny Mortal Kombat player, those inputs,
He was
what
too
are
hard.
those? Half circle inputs, bro? Not even half circle. It's like you still have to go back to the other side. Like how are you doing this as a Mortal Kombat player? Now I understand. Now I played a lot of.
See,
Yeah. Now I can do this, but when I started out, I wanted actually to play Pot.
that's funny. We both started as Pot players. We really might be aligned in a lot of ways.
No, I actually did not start as a Pot player. I started, my first days were on Faust.
Wow.
My first days were on Faust. But also half circle for Scalpel. And yeah, as a Mortal Kombat player, no.
See, for me, I didn't find the half circles too difficult. I just found that I sucked at Karas no matter what. And I used to not want to bother learning combos when I was new. I was just super lazy.
The irony of the whole thing is I am now a Viking player and this is basically half circle the character.
Yeah.
That's how you know you grew on your inputs.
If you didn't know the Craig lore, Donna, I literally bought this game to try Pot. I bought Missing Link on a sale for like £2, played Pot, and I was like, this guy's hilarious. You know what? I think I'll buy Strive. I want to play this guy. And then I did for a month, and then I was like, man, I kind of suck as Pot. I won't be able to do him justice long term. And I just changed character. He carried my ass to floor 9 though, so thank you Potemkin. I salute you.
This might be over.
That is indeed Volta gonna take it.
I bring you a gift.
That's a really good first showing though for Dopamine though, or at least I
Yes.
think it's the first time
Definitely.
I've seen them in bracket. It's the first time I've had them on stream, and they've been cooking today.
Yeah, definitely a solid Potemkin. Very great to watch. Unfortunately, this is the end of the journey here.
It is.
Someone
indeed.
had to lose here.
We're gonna
and-
pop back to winners for a little bit there. where we will call Zippy versus Luna. Because I realized I actually forgot about winners for a second then.
I kind of hate the pot matchup as Slayer, not gonna lie.
The pot matchup's kind of annoying because it's like you need to, or sorry, the Slayer matchup if you're pot, you really need to know how to like just stuff what Slayer wants to do. But I feel like pot does have good options on paper. Oh, players are already ready. I don't even need to flash the intermission screens, but here you go. Here they are. Twitch TV/Twitter, Shangbadung. And well, I'm on there. I'm always on there.
Duel 1.
I always commentate in the bracket.
We have seen Johnny Sin now. What do you feel about that matchup?
Well, previously it alternated between being like somewhat winning, like earlier on it was like winning for Sin, then it kind of went even, and then it kind of went slight winning for Johnny. And now we're in a funny spot where I haven't played the new version of this yet. I'll have to play Sense with Luna, see how I feel.
Man, Johnny.
Johnny just got better, but like Sin also just shoots out damage now. I feel like this should be fine.
That is true. Like, but do they both characters play in the same ballpark? I think Sin is definitely very strong right now.
Sin has great options for dealing with what Johnny wants to do, but likewise, Johnny can also like make a lot of stuff EP say, can out-neutral Sin in a lot of button-to-button interactions. Dealing with the pressure is kind of annoying, but you know what? Both these characters just fight each other well. It's kind of funny like that.
Yeah, I can see that.
I think the thing that was making it slightly harder before was that Sin's damage wasn't crazy high, and now Sin does slightly too much damage.
I mean, he went from having busted damage to less damage, and now, again, very good damage. We remember the days where, like, Farslash, Kara, Tyrant literally did, like, 50 to 60% of your health.
Yeah, Sin's damage is somewhat locked behind his supers. If you have 50 meter, Tyrant is just really, really good. And RTL, if you do have 100, has a minimum guaranteed damage.
Oh, yeah.
Can you go under Finer? Yes and no. Yes, in terms of round start, you cannot. You can't. Because Elkunt takes till frame 10 to get its proper low profile. Elkunt is not actually that good at low profiling. It's just an insanely busted move in every other regard. In terms of low profiling, it's not that great. It does go under Farslash if the Farslash was late, though. And Finer.
Oh, we got the mix-ups going. Some of Johnny's mix-up look cool, but I don't want to give that character slack, Marisa.
I get it.
But they look cool. I'm gonna be honest. I'm no saint either. I have played the character a bit in Tower as well. He is fun.
Yeah, his buttons definitely feel good to press. I realized that recently. I was like, I don't really want to learn Johnny, but when I like think about him in the cast overall, I'm like, but I do like pressing those buttons.
Yeah, they kind of have a good feeling to it.
I could maybe get a casual Johnny at some point. Even in Xrd. Xrd Johnny. You know what, we are moving a bit closer towards Xrd.
Yeah.
Baiken is back to doing some, I guess we'll say rule breaking. I think Guard Crush Parry does qualify as rule breaking.
I would say so as well, yeah.
And we have Elfelt being really good, Johnny being really good. Curious. Seems like
we are definitely moving in the same pace.
So Sin started off in that game as a top tier and became a mid tier. Sin is not currently a mid tier. The closest he was to mid tier, funnily enough, was last patch. Because Season 2, he was bottom 2. And then he's fluctuated between like middle of the cast at worst to top 5 at best. Now he might be like top 5, I feel like. I don't know. Bro's really strong.
In top 5, yeah, I can see that.
I think he's
there
probably
are a
like
couple
top
of people who say also Baiken might be top 5. I don't quite agree with that yet. This might change the better we get at the guard
Yeah.
counter, but I would say she's very close to being top 5.
I definitely think
very-
she is in high tier minimum.
Yeah,
And like,
minimum, yeah.
Yeah, it's still just too early to be like, where would she be in top
Yeah.
8 or 9? Probably. But top 5?
I would even say better. I would even say better, like the 6 to 7 range.
Yeah.
But it's very very nitpicky. But yeah, the guard cancel is a move that has no ceiling. You can just get better at it and better and better. And I
will
think
see
there will be one Baiken one day that is just going crazy with it.
Yeah, there will just be somebody who truly like, takes
Yeah.
the character to those limits.
Exactly. And I think the moment that happens, then people are coming up with questions. How do you even beat that?
I've already called it as well. Within 1 year, we will see a Baiken win a major. That will happen.
I think as well. I believe in it.
Now is the time. The players were already working really hard and getting damn close when she was at her worst. So Baiken, as she is now, with motivated players, like, it's gotta be over. Like,
I think my prediction for 2025 is Hackford is going to win his wedding major with Baiken.
hell yeah. Can we get Jam? If there is a visual redesign, sure. She needs work though.
Unless your wife is cracked, Hackford. Then you might have...
Crack fraud wife? Cracked fraud wife? Luna clapping back here, not gonna be letting Zippy get the 3-0 there. I will be right back.
definitely refusing to lose here.
Mankind. Duel 1. Let's rock.
Elkant into a burst bait. That was an interesting burst bait. I can see that, but although Zippy is winning right now, I think you can represent that. Great confirm into the hard knockdown to mix Zippy to death. Whiff on that super though.
Back yet again. You'd
Back
rather see
yet
come back? Hell yeah. I agree.
And Luna is also coming back.
Duel 2. Let's rock.
Great DP. Not letting Johnny run away with the game.
Let's pick up, gets the reset. Gets Meat though. Meat has the potential to do something, but realistically it won't.
Bit ambitious with those DPs now. DPs should not forget they haven't won yet. Maybe you want to play a bit safer and take it with good care home. That close slash.
Ooh, that was bold to keep that burst. That card super could have got ya. But if he gets to keep it for now, has use it now.
Maybe it pays off. Maybe it pays off. Looks like it doesn't. That close slash is good.
Oh,
That close slash is just good.
2-2, baby.
2-2. We might see another reverse 3-0 today.
Yeah,
Let's see if that happens.
What characters do you want to see in season 5, Shang?
What characters? I'm not
Gabriel?
very how do you say this? I'm not very experienced when it comes to Guilty Gear. How I came to Guilty Gear was like I had like a get together with some friends. We drank a couple of beers.
Excellent.
We just and I had my Switch with me, so we could game some party games. And then I kind of came to the idea to say, hey, Drive just released. let's check out one of those older Guilty years.
Huh?
We played plus R, and there was one character I was enjoying very much, and it just clicked with me. Yeah, and you just know the feeling when a character clicks with you. The combos are flowing. You don't even have to lap the character. You just know combos.
They just feel.
And this character for me was Justice. And if Justice comes ever back, I'm happy.
Oh, well, I hope Justice comes back for you. Or maybe, perhaps Unica has a little bit of Justice DNA in her. Who knows?
Maybe. Who knows?
I hope we see some, like, dead characters or characters that quote-unquote should not return, though. I hope we see some of them. Maybe in the game's final season. We gotta see, like, Zombie Cliff. We gotta see Robokai. Gotta see Justice. Man, I want Robokai. I feel like he'd be so cool in Strive. Maybe they'll add Eddie. So true.
I think I would be happy to see Raven again. I think that character looks sick from gameplay.
Oh man, I saw Raven in Exile. Raven kind of upsets me. I look at him and he, like, I have no beef with his design, but the way his kit looks, I'm like, oh, I just know I'm annoyed.
I would play Raven. He's cool.
If I played Exile, I don't know who I'd play. Because I want to say Sol, but then I think, no. If it was Accent Core, it would be Sol. And regular Sol too, not Holy Order. I did try both. Regular Sol is so fucking cool in Accent Core. He might be one of the best fighting game characters ever made. Holy Order is very cool too. You know what else is cool? How close this set is.
Yeah,
I'm yapping over it. Talking about
yeah, we are yapping kind of, but it's going to the wires
That's Novice,
right now.
though. Welcome to Novice, Shang. We do a bit of yapping. We sometimes talk over the game, but we love
Taking it home here, though.
Oh my lord.
A clean reverse 3-0. Nice job.
Luna is here.
Luna is definitely here, yeah.
Oh, now what do we get? Is that gonna maybe be Baiken versus Slayer in the next one? Tanya, you have a chance for redemption under the eyes of Shangbada.
There is a chance for you, Tanya, but I think Tanya wants to play Baiken in this matchup as well. This is a good matchup for Baiken. Although the risk-reward is just... I think every character has this issue against Slayer, so it's not a very valid point. But the matchup is not too bad for Baiken. She is pretty decent at keeping this character out, actually. HCap making Slayer's life very hard. Slayer's defense also lacking in a lot of regards against Baiken. Like, Baiken is not doing a lot of lows. So the 2H doesn't come up as much.
Also, that is interesting. Now maybe you play Slayer. If you play Slayer, I will give you a Gideon. Also, I forgot I left Gideon on one of the players. I forgot to get rid of it. What are we going to see? I think it's the Baiken.
It is the Baiken. Let's see how Tanya does in the matchup. I think we have to update the scoreboard.
We're getting on it. We're getting there.
Getting on it, alright.
I'm slightly
Always
out
just
of
making
today.
sure to have your back. No one in
Thank
chat
you.
is able to blame you.
Margot watching out for me. I think we are in losers semi-final.
We are with a great backdash on that cross up Josansen. An option not enough people represent actually, which I'm surprised. I think this is like a very, very good option to get out of that cross up Josansen.
2H catches the run up. Oh, that. You're feeling that one. But it does drop.
I was. Yeah.
Oh.
Tanya kind of struggling finding a way out of that. But a way in.
Now that was a hard You know what?
That was
I
a
respect
hard
it. I respect it.
I think with that low life, I think you should just go for it. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe just do something crazy. You are probably losing anyways.
And
if Volta was actually bursting there was a glimpse of hope to win this.
It's good. It's actually good for mental momentum. I don't think everyone would agree with us, but I really do think that was the right thing. Because, like, you get a huge mental boost if it does work, and then you can start the sequencing and win off it. And if not, it's fine. You saved your own mental with the go next mentality.
I think it needs the correct situation. I think this was not the wrong situation to do this, because like Tanya was on 1 hit point and might as well just go for it.
Tanya
You can only win from
maybe overcommitting to the burst baits there, though. That's
Yeah.
2 failed
Yeah.
burst baits, and Volta is now turning this into you getting your ass sent through the wall.
Definitely.
And I
You
am-
just generally don't want to burst bait Slayer too much as Spike. If you want kind of to keep your aggression, because Slayer's a hard time getting out of that.
Oh yeah, Slayer now has no reversal too, so
Yeah,
you should not let him breathe. He doesn't deserve to breathe.
exactly. And Volta taking it even further right now. Got the round start, Josansen.
Now that we see there isn't a burst on the table, the sequencing is going. Tanya is just dominating Volta in this round.
Exactly. And here we are seeing the H cap. Maybe don't. I wouldn't have used my meter there because it didn't really achieve much, but Tanya did get the round nonetheless.
Gonna have to use the burst there. Good decision. I
Yeah,
would have sorted you out.
I think that burst was definitely good. Anti-jump.
Now
Now that
good.
was good.
That's where it comes out. The burst baits definitely don't have to go away. You just reallocate them, move them to better places, and we see them paying off big time.
Exactly.
Scores even. Lobbies
Good
bugged.
stuff. H-Kype side swap. These days, I'm doing them less, Hack Fraud. Our combo game got way better. And we got a couple of really good Oki situations that this setup kind of went under the bus for me. It's still really good. Yeah, it's still, but I have so many options now that I don't really think about it anymore.
Shang, did I send you? And if I did you like my H-Cab 100 risk counter hit?
Oh, yeah.
Hit route?
Oh yeah, that was cool.
Oh.
That was definitely...
That won't work now. Clean hit is apparently actually removed this time.
Yeah, so far it seems to be removed.
That said, we now have unstick bugs on some projectiles, and I think Jacko
Really?
6H. Yeah, there's some unstick bugs on the wall now, and
I
part
think
of
I
me
saw
wonders
that.
if there's anything to do with them fixing Kenju somehow.
Wait, so we might have actually practical infinites, or what does that mean?
I don't know about practical, because if it unsticks, surely you would get the huge donation again of burst from Waterfall, right? And I don't think these
you
bugs
probably
are
do.
hard. I don't think these bugs are easy to replicate. Like, they seem unreliable at best.
Okay, yeah.
Who knows?
But it's funny how how this stuff just comes up. There seems to be a bit of spaghetti code in the background.
Season 4 is definitely a spaghetti season when it comes to just things not working as intended.
Yeah, that's true. The age of the game is definitely shining through. Stuff like this usually happens the older a game gets.
Good RPS in. And Tanya caught not blocking, gonna be sent through getting positive bonus hard knockdown. It works.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Definitely in a very, very rough spot. Yeah. But neutral for Biken in this matchup is not too bad, but Volta baits the approach from Tanya. Tanya might want to do more fast slashes here. Let's see. Because that 2H is pretty scary from Slayer. You don't want to get hit by that.
That button is still deaf. That button was not nerfed. It might have more recovery. That wasn't the thing making that move good. That it was hard to
Yeah,
whiff
I
punish.
agree.
It got a little slap on the wrist. A slap on the pinky finger.
But what would you have nerfed about the wrist?
That depends if you're asking the good faith me or the bad faith me.
You want the bad faith. You wants to kill the button. Probably.
Yeah, the bad faith me wants the button to just be unusably bad. But in like good faith, there's a lot of routes. I would have potentially looked at. Maybe it not being special cancelable for one, but people wouldn't have enjoyed that. So more realistically, like the damage and its proficiency at low crushing, I think needed to be targeted. Also, having a hitbox in the torso, huh? Why? We talk about a character always had this. It's like no, he didn't always have that. it didn't used to do that. I don't know. The button is still insanely good. Oh, speak of the devil. Forces to burst
Speaking
out.
of the devil, indeed. Also, Tanya, I saw the retether into cross up Yosami.
Corner steal, baby.
You were watching.
Do you know? I like the idea of the RC there. That was a really common YRC point. Tanya,
Definitely.
no! Oh no. Tanya got to keep it together.
That's
Excellent.
the parry that comes with the free OS. That is the nice part about this matchup. You can just mash parry on Wake Up against Slayer. If he crosses you up, your 5P has got your back. Quite literally.
Excellent. And we've been delivered our 5 games as we want. Good job, both of you.
Another game 5 tonight. Crazy. How many did we have?
I think we've had a fair few. What is Gideon doing in the corner? Well, Gideon showed up earlier because there was a Slayer mirror with a backshot. And Volta specifically requested Gideon's presence in this match. So, you know, in the sport of being a good TO, I have awarded them.
I mean, Slayer player definitely need the boon of the backshot god. So,
Boon of the backshot god. To use Hand of Goon proficiently. Tanya
Exactly.
is sequencing right now. Set point.
Yeah, Tanya making really, really good use of that H-cap cross-ups. Very hard to deal with. Kinda have to guess.
Oh, that's a big catch. Solid damage on board. 50 meter in a dream.
50 meter in a dream, but it is Slayer at the end. You have to be ready for the cross-up pile bunker.
Tanya chose mash there, getting counter hit on the Oki. Oh, that's a big catch.
That is definitely a big catch. But it's not over because they are returning to neutral. Balkan is pretty strong here. Tanya not making use of that. Instead opting to jump. Might be scared of losing the game here.
And now committing to the burst baits. Better to just let Volta burst, I think, here. Get the sequence
Tanya,
going.
please. Was about to say, please don't burst bait anymore, but
Volta knows you're looking for it. And that's the place
no!
to do it, though.
The burst bait
There it
came
is.
in clutch. That is. At one point, the burst bait will work out, and Tanya takes it.
Why is no one bursting? It's EMEA, Jasmine. We're a region of burst baiters, which means we're also a region of not bursting.
Yes.
It's the natural environment of this region, this collective region. I love it. I love it here. We are the best region. Oh, what a close set, though. Oh, my lord. Not dandy? True. True. Dandyism did not reign victorious today. The Biken Brigade is the one moving on.
So, this looks very rough for Tanya now. If they keep playing Biken, Sin coming up, pretty rough matchup.
Biken Sin?
If they manage to win this, then they have to face Johnny. That matchup is pretty bad for Biken this patch, I would say. This is like the one bad matchup she has. Like the really bad one. The really bad matchup.
How bad do you think it still is? Because I've not played it yet, funnily enough.
Sin Biken,
Yeah.
I don't think it's that bad as it used to be last patch. Like last patch was actually pretty horrible. But I think it's like slightly Sin favored. It's not by a big margin anymore. I think it's still kind of Sin favored because the neutral and defense of Sin is just still very good.
And the defense.
But so is
got
Biken's
better.
defense against Sin.
Yeah.
So is Biken's defense against Sin.
It's
So I don't want to pretend it's bad. Biken's defense
think
against him
it's-
is pretty good.
I think, yeah, on paper it should still be Sin winning, but it's like it's really layered in a nice way.
Yeah.
Which
It's
allows for
definitely
gap from both
closer.
sides. It's cool.
It's definitely closer. But yeah, Hagford kind of agreeing with me that it's still a losing matchup for her. She doesn't have a lot. She does not have a lot of losing matchup, but Sin is definitely still in the talks of being one.
Mankind knew that they could not change this.
But maybe Tanya is able to gap here.
Now, I know Tanya's played this matchup, funnily enough, partly because I've played a decent amount of sets against Tanya before, so I've had some of the practice. How much Viking practice has Zippy had? I
That is a
don't
good question.
see Zippy fight too many Vikings.
The thing is, Sin Biken might be a good matchup for Sin, but it is a matchup you need to know how to play efficiently. Otherwise, this is a hard matchup for Sin to play.
And that's one thing about Viking, actually. I feel like even at her worst points, you can never counter her out. You actually do
Yeah,
need
exactly.
to do your homework against this character.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with you 100%. Like, this is a character you need to lab to make her bad. Like, she is last patch. She is pretty great this patch. Like, you need to lab her to get something going now. Taking the first bout here.
Duel 2. Let's rock.
You think you're cursed? You will get one again eventually, Volta. You're getting there. Alright, Zippy has actually generally had the same curse. Zippy has 1-1 now, but Zippy for the longest time was always getting like second or third. One day it will just come and you'll be like, yes, let's fucking go. Brackets just happen like that.
Yeah, the wins just come out of nowhere sometimes.
And that's the thing about intermediates, like, the kind of skill level we usually see in like the upper half of the bracket are the kind of people who can take games off top players and even win against players you don't think they would win against, but it's just little consistency issues usually, or matchup issues. Preventing
I
them
agree.
from greatness.
I agree, that's a great point.
The names are misleading, because like, beginners isn't even beginners to the game. Beginners is beginners to competing. Intermediates is along the same sort of line. They're still just like intermediates of competition, but overall as player skill levels, they're generally like upper echelon.
Yeah,
Oh wait, who won
Tanya-
that one? That was the
Tanya
first
won
game,
that
right?
one.
Tanya got that one?
Yeah.
I was
Tanya
like
got that
hella
one as,
yapping.
Duel 1.
if I
Let's rock.
had my attention correctly.
Puro, you're not a beginner. You're not a beginner.
I would also say if you make top 8, which you did, I think. Did they? Yeah, they did. Then I think you are not qualified to be a beginner in this bracket.
And beginners in general, like, if we use Wild Tide's rule, then you do have to not be in Celestial. Beginners and intermediates is quite a big difference. Often people will win beginners or be very close to winning beginners and come here and go 0-2 or 1-2. And like, that's nothing to be sad about either. That's kind of expected. Like the gap between beginner level competition and intermediate is a lot bigger than people might have initially thought.
Also, as well, being a beginner comes also with a lot of perks. You get a lot of great moments because your improvement is showing very often. Like you have very good moments going on. And this is it also motivates you to do even better.
I love the words of encouragement from Volta. You are good, brother. Believe in the backshots. In backshots we trust.
But I think there's rarely a better feeling than getting better at something.
And
Oh,
don't
he's the
get
best.
too demoralized if it doesn't all like keep flowing at a steady rate. Progress is not linear.
Yeah.
I know that's like, it sounds obvious, but like, as much as people say it, a lot of people don't get that in the moment. They think, damn, I don't feel like I'm improving at the moment. It will get us at all skill levels. It still gets me sometimes. So I'm like, don't worry about it. The progress is not linear. And funnily enough, whenever I feel like my most washed, I'll usually like go to a local afterwards and do better than normal. And it's just how it is. Life's a roller coaster.
Life is indeed a roller coaster, ups and downs, like Slayer is teaching us.
Life is a journey, not a destination.
This set is definitely going to be a roller coaster as well, I think.
This set is a journey. 1-1.
1-1.
What's the destination though? Like, unlike life, there is a destination to this set. Someone has to win. We don't do draws here. Imagine if we had draws. It'd be really weird.
I think I never saw a draw. Like, did you ever see a draw in Guilty Gear?
True draw? No, I mean double
Draw,
KOs, sure. But
Yeah, double KO happens, but a true draw, like the last draw, like when both are on one hit and one life, and they hit each other. Then there's the fourth round being played.
yeah.
And the announcer says last round, I think. And what happens after that? Is it just a true draw?
I don't think you can have a true draw.
Okay.
I think it will either just keep looping infinitely, or it might use like an HP calculation. And then base it off who had more HP before the interaction. I'm not sure if that's true though. That just might be a thing.
Okay. Yeah.
Can have a true draw? Are you sure? In this game. He uses old school Street Fighter 2 round coding. Elaborate.
Tanya flexing with the ladder route here. Great stuff, but
Very nice.
Sin also a bit more tanky.
He would have died to that last patch.
I'm not quite sure because JD also got the damage buff. You should not forget about that.
I'm willing to bet it would have, because Baiken did get the damage buffs, but Baiken always did do good damage, and Sin gained 60 effective health this
Okay,
patch,
that's
and a lot of
not-
that was funneled into the fact he got extra guts, specifically. So
Okay,
I
that's definitely a lot, yeah.
think so. Tanya gets that one, though. 2-1 now.
Tanya 2-1. Showing that this matchup definitely is playable.
Definitely playable in the game. Both characters looking good this patch. You'll love to see it.
Yeah. Solid
prob-
characters. on
This is
screen.
probably my most played matchup. I've not played it recently, but I've definitely played a lot of this one. Somehow, Shang, I've still never played against a JoJo.
Somehow, even though he tends your locals, he
Yeah.
has not played the JoJo.
We never
yet.
run into each other in bracket. We not play casuals. There was one time we were going to play casuals, which was funnily enough not when I was at Meltdown for Strive. I went to Meltdown when I was at Comic-Con because I was in the area. And DeJojo and Herculean were just there on a non-Strive one. DeJojo offered to play casuals, and I agreed. But the only setup free was setup number 3, which at the time didn't work with Xbox controllers.
It's
And I
not
play on
meant to be.
Xbox pad.
It's not meant to be.
It wasn't meant to be. We're not meant to play, bro.
Tanya having the momentum right now. Going to last round potentially.
Oh, nice jump out catch there, Zippy. Gets a little bit of food. Not the ice cream, sadly, but hey. Zippy has a lot of meter now off of this. And helps to use it first.
I would have parried that. I saw that in my head. When I saw that PLC, I would have slammed that parry instantly. These situations literally, there are brainworms that just come out at that exact moment. And it always works out.
You got it, you got it.
Zippy is not going out without a fight. Making Tanya pay to not close it out last round. Great parry here.
DP's gonna be caught, forces the burst out. I was wondering for a second if Tanya was gonna RC burst bait. I felt it, but they held off.
It would have been reasonable. It would have been reasonable to be fair in that situation.
Oh, the DP is
That
not to
is
be
probably it. A clean punish from Tanya's side.
done just to seal the deal. Bang bang.
Baiken moving on to Grand Finals against Johnny. I wish you a lot of luck.
Grand Finals Baiken with Shanghong comms. Perfect.
Perfect. I also faced the Jojo in tower recently, Voltan.
How long is
It
parry
was
active
a
for?
fun time.
It depends. Guard Crush parry is still 7 frame like the old parry, and regular parry is 10 frame for a call. I'm right, Shane?
What was the question? I was not paying attention. Sorry.
Guard cancel parry is 7 frames, right?
Mhm,
But
yeah.
regular parry is 10 frames now for a call.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
The 10 frames is definitely coming in handy because a lot of characters cannot delay the Oki anymore with some setups. And also, 10 frame parry does mean wake up fast slash is actually not too bad.
That's the thing as well, yeah. The old 7 frame parry, you did effectively get to OS it previously. When you were doing wake up options, and now you can't. I mean, heck, I loved doing 2S round start on Sin, actually just as a meaty, because she'd get fire parry, she couldn't do much about it. Now it's like, oh, that's just her turn. I really have to watch out for that.
But we are moving to the potential last set of tonight.
Yep.
Johnny versus Baiken. Tanya definitely needs to move mountains here probably. Because this matchup is hard. It's hard. But it's doable. It is definitely doable.
Yep. Luna will have slightly more games if any adaptation is needed. The ball is in her court.
Oh, great! What? I have never seen that. That looked cool. I might steal that.
And that was an excellent burst to take the 50 meter off the table. That's got the seal of approval if you're stealing it.
That got the seal of approval. JS into a jump. JH, that is cool. That's a neat idea. I don't know if it was intended, but it's cool.
Oh, I like the idea of the parry there.
Yeah, me as well. I saw the vision. I saw the vision, but it was a bit.
It looks like
A bit of ambition going on there.
it looks like Luna saw the vision as well though. It was like, nah,
Yeah.
I just wait. Don't worry.
And
Patience.
fuck the drop of the combo.
Wait another week of Novice me, please. Hey, to be fair, I need to check the stats. I don't know if you'd be banned for winning one more. I think you have to win 2 to get banned. If I'm right. Nice vibes too.
Anya struggling to find a way in the neutral, but found it right now. Anya, the burst bait. You can just close the round.
Hard
Please.
committed. Oh man. If Luna starts to exploit that as well, that could be huge.
Yeah.
Both holding onto her burst and then like mashing, that could be excellent. Just chucking the cards out, getting the meter. What are we doing here? How did we get
Great. Oh, great opener. Yeah, that is going to be damage. Johnny high health? Not against this opener, and the reset into header combo is also looking beautiful.
Yeah, health? What health? Where? I don't see it.
Yeah, ready on the jump though. 5p anti usually means you are ready. But that was a parry with a slight miss spacing of the missed finer.
This is where getting banned is going to take a while. Keep losing momentum. We need to find the momentum life hack. is the momentum life hack? Do you know what? That's an interesting thing, actually, Shang. What do you do when you have a little bit of a wait for games?
A little bit of a wait.
Yeah. Do you play in like Celestial or something while you're waiting for your matches? Do you just watch other people play? Do you play a different game?
I usually watch other people play. It's a bad habit, though. I should stop doing it. I recently stopped doing it and just play Drive while waiting for my sets in tournaments, because like sometimes I came back after a long wait in top 8 and then I was not warm anymore. And I kind of needed a couple of rounds to get back into the groove, but then it was too late. So I think the answer is I am playing a bit of Strive while I wait. Not too much though, because exhaustion is also a thing.
For sure.
But Tanya definitely not looking exhausted here. With the Zanzen after the YRC from Luna.
Locked in, wants to get banned and graduate. And I think that's the stakes of this grand here. I think Tanya, if I recall, of vibes and off of stats, would get banned and graduate after winning this one. Luna, this would be her first time winning one. Luna has gotten close many a time. Second, third, fourth, she's been there. But this is the now. Luna could win it all. Currently it's favored for Tanya though.
Very favorable. But yeah, Tanya was trying to do the Shinful combo there. I saw that. Definitely trying to have some fun, but it might even lose them the game.
Oh,
No, it actually lost them the game. Instead of using the easy combo, Tanya wanted to be flashy.
and sometimes you gotta show off, you gotta be a bit flashy. It can cost you though.
It can cost you, but it definitely shows some balls doing this in grand finals.
So nerd man, that is that is a hell of a thing to type. Tanya still hasn't paid our child support.
That is it. Luna did not even have the chance to make Tanya burst bait.
Yeah, Tanya just decided to win that round. Just see.
Yes, that might be actually Luna's win condition here, having burst ready.
Have burst ready and then exploit the burst baiting.
Exactly. Luna kinda under pressure here. Not a great feeling getting reset. It's not gonna lie. It's not a good feeling.
Definitely not, definitely not. But it wouldn't be
Definitely
the first
not.
time we see somebody get 3-0'd in winner's side of Grands and then win the loser's side of Grands. It's happened a couple times. Heck, it happened to me when I won my first one. I fought against Snappy's Million and like winner's side he clobbered me. And then loser's side I was like, hang on, I need to lock in and actually think.
I mean, definitely being wild out here. And being on set point for the reset.
Momentum monster.
Momentum monster. How we love biking off. But Luna right now not loving that biking. Momentum is making it very hard to take a grasp on the round.
She needs just a moment to like find herself, like get composed, but Tanya won't allow it.
Yeah, wouldn't allow it. Although Tanya gave Luna a chance here with another burst bait. But that chance was, unfortunately for Luna, not used.
That is the reset.
That is the reset. And the last set of tonight.
Oh.
Is Tanya winning tonight? Is Biken actually top 1 tonight?
Is Biken the best character in the game? Literally unbeatable. No count.
Tanya is actually deciding this now for everyone. If Biken is the best character in the game right now.
We're seeing a good show of Biken either way. Tears be damned.
Is be damned. I believe in it.
I want to
believe
see
in
this
it.
go to 5 games either way. That's what I want. Luna, get
Yeah,
some games on the
cool.
board. I
What a close slash.
As much as I'm a Baiken fan more than a Johnny fan, I am a Luna fan. I want to see the Luna W. I do want to see that happening.
So we got the personal bikes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the TO will totally root for people.
Yeah, that's
Absolutely.
that's
I need to see my boy Argalia banned as well. Today was not the day for him, but he will come back. He always does.
great conversion here from Tanya. That was neat. That was not an easy confirm of the counter.
Speaking of Argalia, I wonder where he was in the bracket. He had to fight Mox off stream.
Argalia Testament player, right?
Yeah.
Testament Baiken, this patch definitely hard. I think Joe can attest to this because Joe had to fight me every single bracket in like the last 5 weeks. And I think that match
Joe, I've been seeing Joe cooking. Like, I see Joe in more and more brackets recently.
Yes, they have no I think no Wi-Fi anymore.
Oh.
They have cable internet.
Oh hell yeah!
Good old
Running deep.
LAN cable.
Tanya currently 4-0 in the set.
Tanya currently actually just running with it. The 2HRC, I still have it in me as well, Hunter. It's probably never going away. we have seen some Eldritch Horror. Some Cthulhu action whenever our HCAP whiffed. But yeah, this is something Tanya does not have to be worrying about anymore. We got conversions.
Ooh, shoot, the ads are about to run. Let me delay the ads. I got some leftover snooze buttons. Let's get those out of the way. We don't want this interrupting grants.
Nah, not in grants. No.
Not in grants.
Making use of the 2H.
Internet in England.
Okay, it was just very bad.
Internet in England. I think both Germany and England don't always have the best internet. There's definitely a lot of like, oh yeah, copper wires will be future-proof for sure, in both these countries. I remember Deck talking about the internet. Luna needs to find a footing here. Tanya is just like making mincemeat.
I'm definitely cooking right now. Let's see how long this keeps going because the momentum is kind of crazy. Don't lie.
There's a bit of a momentum shift. Luna getting one on the board. Just needs to keep running over it now. Small burst advantage. Senga could be the key to victory. Sprinkling that in there a little bit. Oh, Tanya is just parrying like a fiend and it's working.
It is indeed so far working out very, very easy.
Wait, Luna's got her win con. She has burst?
She has
No,
the
she
burst.
spent burst, Luna! Now you got to be scared. Tanya's almost got 50 and Baiken with 50. Well, I don't think I need to say anything, Shang.
Baiken with 50 is your worst enemy. Come true.
Baiken with 50 versus Goku.
I think Baiken with 50 would win. How do you hold that?
You just can't, like, even Goku couldn't.
Who is even holding Baiken with 50?
And she probably wants to. I don't know if he will.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
That's definitely one of the relationships in canon, or where it's like, are they in a relationship or not? Who knows? Who knows?
I think they're not. But I'm not very well versed when it comes to Guilty Law. I've never watched any story of the game.
Baiken, that said, gives me like vibes that she'd be entirely like just not into relationships.
Yeah, that's what I have read a lot from like people who are very well versed in the law. Kind of checks out.
Oh, that is a bold deep dash to chase. Looking for that Johnny backdash. Tanya's just kind of locked in for the most part. And flown with that momentum. Just spends the burst. Is like, no, no, no. I want this round now. Give it over. Calvert? Wait, who is bold? Who?
This is what Calvo means.
I think so. Johnny is bold. I had this as Andros's name for the entirety of SFG.
Now
Because he had his name as Bold Potemkin, so I just put him as Cal Potemkin in the bracket.
Now it all makes sense. Tanya with that ambition right here, but not quite finishing it.
Luna, this is your last chance. You want to win. Now's the time. You got to lock in.
Luna not giving it for free. Not handing out the win for free. Definitely not.
Staying alive. There will be another round yet.
Is Luna about to make the comeback from here? But the S-cap counter hit is very scary to hold. Into the reset.
It's the throw.
I think I wanted to throw there, but was running too long.
Ouch.
That is indeed ouch. This is a lot of damage. This might even be game, by the way.
If it will break, no, I don't think even then.
Fast RC? We are not doing it. Fast RC could have done it.
This is literally the last chance.
Yeah.
And that is it.
That is Tanya winning the bracket with Biken. And I'ma take the chance and say Biken is gap, guys. Biken is gap.
This has been spoken, recorded. We got it on there. And Team Salty coming in with a raid right at the end. I'm sorry, gamers, you're gonna miss the epic grand finals that we just saw, but you do see the end result. We have a Biken victory wielded by Tanya.
You all miss Biken gap. You all miss Biken gap. And everyone who says Biken cap, no, Biken gap. It's a G, not a C.
You heard it here. I hope the Exiled bracket went great, everyone. Yo, who won? Who won? What character won as well? Raven won? Oh, what's the name? I'm trying to remember because I do tune in. Is it Pida? Pida? No, different Raven? You won. Good job, Shadow. Hell yeah. I'd love to see it.
You indeed won, Tanya. You indeed gapped because you played Biken. Not on that one round, though. You played Arba in that one set. That kind of tarnishes your win. That kind of tarnishes it.
Oh my goodness. And then the ads run at the end. I delayed the ads just long enough so that they didn't interrupt the grands. And then Twitch is like, nah, they run now. No more snoozing. Alright. Good.
That was great. It was great. Very, very funny matches to watch.
Oh yeah. Hope you enjoyed your time here. And I hope you'll hop on again sometime, Shang. I'll still do my usual thing.
I had fun.
Trying to like cycle people through, but I think you did great. Like it's your first time doing commentary. Kind of a natural of it.
Thank you. I'm kind of born yapper. Not gonna lie.
Hop on anytime. Next week, I might try to find someone different, but you can be a regular if you wish.
That is a cool thing, yeah? Shang is my man of any talent. That is so nice of you, Raj.
Yeah.
You're my goat as always.
I was about to say something about Lethal, Raj. Yeah. We'll have to arrange a Lethal again soon. True.
Definitely. I should start streaming our Lethal sessions, actually.
That would be kind of cool, yeah.
So a lot of people can take part in that. Because, like, a lot of stupid stuff is happening when we play.
Yeah, with some good clips. Who is playing Strive right now? Tech Amek is on... I never actually watched that stream. I didn't know they streamed. That's a Bitman player.
Test My Luck is also online?
Oh yeah, Test My Luck? Not Test Your Luck, crucially.
Not
Two
Test Your
different
Luck.
players.
Two different people, yeah.
Who does Test My Luck play?
Also Nago.
That's really funny.
I think both of them play Nago.
Yeah, maybe we head over there. I was gonna say we've not got a huge amount. Like a lot of the NA audience hasn't logged on yet, which they normally do around this time. Get ready to raid them. Looks like I gotta let the limit ad break rock since I couldn't delay it anymore. But in a couple minutes we'll head over. Alright, is there anything you want to shout out at all, Shang, while you're here?
Just shout out to Baiken.
Shout out to
great.
Baiken. She's great. You can play her. I'll do a shout out for Tatami. Duoki! If you're going to play Baiken. Duoki! That's what everyone always says to me. Oh yeah, sure, Raj. Play Xrd, everyone. Enter Salty EU on the Xrd ladder or just the Xrd bracket, which is on Tuesdays if I recall. Play Plus R, true. Play Holy Order Soul and Soul Bad Guy. And now I'm banned. Probably, I'm going to consult the records, but I think I remember saying your next win would be a ban.
Funnily enough, Tanya, right before the bracket started, I was talking to Marisa how you're not already banned.
Yeah.
Because your Baiken is pretty solid.
Just so you know, though, if you get banned, you get to do a victory lap, so you can enter one more. That's how we do things here. Banning means you get a victory lap. People don't always win their victory lap. Hopland did. Hopland just decided to win. Anyway, I will get the raid ready. We'll head over in like 30 seconds. I've never had the ads just forcibly time themselves with when I want to raid before. If you lose the victory lap, do you get unbanned? That's not how it works. You never got one? Didn't you just not get to play? You were saying, Voltan. I don't know. Anyway, thanks everyone for joining us.
Thank you, everyone. Great sets to watch. Everyone did great.
Yeah, look forward to seeing you all next week. Let's all go say hello to Test My Luck. Peace, peace, peace.
Bye-bye. It was fun.